and welcome to the We're Not All Spending Fate Points Honest LAWhammer session where we conclude the power behind the throne. I'm looking forward to this one quite a lot. So, we have a couple of caveats to begin. Number one, when I was preparing this session, I was originally intending on having one big giant map so that all the players could mess around in that. It'd be super fun, much like some of the earlier episodes. But we couldn't get our map cam sorted out in time. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. However, this morning, while I was sorting everything out, I decided that, in fact, no, I am going to do a map. But we don't have the map cam in place, which means you ain't going to have a map out there. It also means that I can cheat. Because normally I'd have to spend ages drafting up a really super cool map. I've not done that. I've used one of our older maps and just drawn scribbles all over it so the players know what's going down and they will hopefully explain to you as they go what they're doing. Perhaps when we do the Monday video, I might do a couple of map inserts if it's needed, because I can quickly draft up a map on the Saturday perhaps, but I probably won't. So that's number one.
And have you told them what is actually on the map?
No, I haven't, and I think it's more fun that they don't know. We might discuss that at a later date.
Yes.
So that's number one. Number two, I know we've been discussing this particular thing I'm about to say over the last few weeks multiple times, but we are drawing to the close of us saying you can pre-order Dark Deeds because it is actually about to hit the various distribution centres. It's currently inside a shipping container somewhere, making its way over to, I presume, the States. So you will be able to not only pre-order, but soon you'll be able to buy Dark Deeds, a game from Rookery Publications, which, of course, at least half of this room, well, about half of this room, are deeply involved with, because it's our company. So you definitely should look at that, a game from the marvellous Andy Chambers and Mark Gibbons. So that's that. And it will be out very soon indeed. If you haven't pre-ordered it already, you can do so over at Modiphius' website. Almost certainly there's a little ad sitting around somewhere that Erin's thrown into the corner saying, Dark Deeds! Because Dark Deeds is awesome.
It was Hawk.
Oh, Hawk. Oh, thanks, Hawk. You're the best. So, that's Dark. Hawk, ignore Elric. And Dan.
It's easier.
Totally. So, that's Dark Deeds. Next, just a general a world of warning. In fact, that's possibly accurate too. A word of warning before we begin. We have 2 PCs with 0 fate points. And they're going up against something which can not only body an entire group with potential ease, can body an entire group with potential ease. So depending upon how they tackle this individual situation may depend on if they all survive. This could be, because we have 2 PCs with 0 fate points, the first session where we may lose someone. And if you didn't know already, our characters with 0 fate points are Birdie, our white-haired, definitely doesn't take risks character, and Gerhardt. Gerhardt. He definitely doesn't take risks. He always chooses the best, safest plan in any circumstance and often tries to blather his way out of it by using the blather talent wrong. So,
I've done it once.
Those are good odds.
Great odds. So, we're about to get started, but before we do, there is the little XP potential. So, last week, our characters did actually surprisingly well. I had, just to give you an idea of what I'd laid out on my side, I had laid out about 20, it's 22 I think, likely paths with lots of thought as to what might happen if they veer off in different directions. And one of them was the unexpected, it's possible to get down there path, which they took last week. And there is a route down there, but the chance of them getting that route is next to nil. But I'll think it all out and I'll have it all in place, and by the gods, they not only got down there in time, they blew up an entire cult as well, with an exceedingly unlikely set of dice rolls to ensure that bomb didn't go off, and then did go off when they were there. It was bluntly an almost perfect and enormously unlikely success. Throughout the course of it, was just sitting there going, oh, and it might blow, it hasn't blown up yet. Oh, that hasn't happened. And all that, what's going on here? And all because of a well-timed critical roll. It would never have happened otherwise. It was just Beautiful.
And a corruption point.
The corruption point, perfect choice. Didn't happen. Corruption point, perfectly timed.
Never
So,
any negative
it
consequences.
is 150 XP for everyone. They have indeed successfully wiped out an entire Slanesh cult. Or at least the vast majority of them in one fell swoop. And the cult Magus, who did not survive that. I really expected her to survive that too. It was just perfect. Loved it. So, very good session last week. Let's see how it turns out this week. Yes.
I have a question for my short-term ambition.
Yes.
The cultist Slanesh was the thing terrorizing the Undercity and keeping the Ranaldans out / in their control.
No.
Okay. Cool.
How
Good
many
try.
how many cultists were killed?
How many? There was about 35.
So Albertson was to not burn 15 people. He's done more than that, so short-term ambition succeed.
To not burn. So your goal was to not do it, and you did.
It was to not burn exactly 15.
Yeah, that is what you said last week. Andy.
Oh, that's not why I heard to not burn 15.
Oh, that's
No,
Because he did burn 15.
I'm sure we can.
And
another
more.
I'm sure we can play it
Exactly.
back. And say
Yeah.
exactly 15.
I think he did ask for clarification last week. And you did
Yeah,
confirm it that way.
I did not think I clarified it that way. So I'm happy for a referee's decision. Should there be any people out there who are currently watching the stream live, go check that previous video if you can.
Just lie.
And see what it
Don't
comes
lie.
up. That'd be
Tell the
marvelous.
truth.
Yes, the truth.
Just tell the truth. Exactly what it is.
Can I
Steward's inquiry. Yes.
can I
anything?
change my short-term
Of course you
ambition
can. Would you like to change it to?
Save the graph.
Save the graph. Nope, too obvious.
Okay.
But super important.
Save Middenheim.
And unlikely. Nope, happy with that. I've retracted my entire thought process and gone, yeah, you can take that.
Did binding the demon thwart Dagmar's plan?
So Dagmar's plan is not 100% thwarted. So I would say we're not there
We're not
yet.
there yet.
But however, it's very likely, depending upon how this turns out, will either be or not be
Let's thwart him
thwarted.
right now.
Yes.
Let's thwart the shit out of
Let's
them.
thwart that right now.
Assume the position. It's time for thwarting the shit out of someone.
Chat is very much on board with the exact 15 birds.
I'm not so sure, chat.
Rules lawyer.
What,
Andy, did I just game the system?
Well, the thing is,
Learning.
no, it's like genuinely, Andy, you clarified it that way last
Yeah.
week, and I thought you
So-
were mental to do so.
I
I definitely.
100% didn't mean to, but because I am in a magnanimous mood, given just how many fate points may be
Technical
about to
victory.
be spent, and they kind of need every single last
I mean, I'm not
of
going to spend it,
advantage.
but still.
I'll give you your 50.
On that then.
But you can choose yourself another one. Yes,
So I definitely didn't achieve mine.
I don't know what yours was.
So mine was, I could have, but it would have derailed things, and I didn't want to do that. But it was to have a vision in the presence of the silver flame. I could have, but it would have derailed the narrative, so I decided not to. So I definitely didn't fully get it. However, I did critical one of my visions to find the silver flame.
Yes, you did.
I wondered whether that might count for a partial.
I quite like that.
And it
Crazy
was a
piece
very
of
key
potential
trick.
logic.
There
I'm
was
gonna give you 25
also-
for that. I quite like that. That's
Nice.
good.
Question.
Yes.
The room that we set Marguerite up in,
Yes.
the one that Birdie had been in before,
Yes.
which you guys haven't seen.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
There's a side stream coming.
my short-term ambition was to cast a prayer to Ulrich in a sacred site older than the High Temple of Ulrich.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a
So,
sacred site?
Gain yourself two things. One, 50 XP.
Nice.
Two, 1 corruption.
And I upped my corruption threshold.
You're probably gonna die anyway.
I'm okay with that.
We do have one other thing to resolve at the end of that one as well, which is, can everybody please do themselves a cool test before we begin?
Oh, my dice.
Come on, baby.
4 successes.
Good, good,
Oh,
good. One, good,
okay, fine.
2 successes.
That's 4 successes.
good, good, good.
2 successes.
Good.
My-
Then
my
we're
dice
good.
fell.
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here.
Sweet.
No horrible little asides. No whispering little demons in your ear before we get started. Does anyone else want to change their short-term ambitions before we get going?
I mean, I think I'm going to maybe take a save the graph as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty good,
you.
simple.
I thought it was too obvious.
No,
he said
I
they
let it
could
off in
have
the end because
Oh.
it's actually,
Yeah.
because for all it's obvious, it's also supremely unlikely.
Stop Dagmar casting a single spell.
Whoa.
Oh,
And
Other
by
than
a
the
single
one
spell, you
he's
mean
already-
any spells. You don't just
Oh.
mean one particular spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
oh, you know, yeah,
that's a good
I mean, that's a good one.
I mean, that's a fate point.
I mean,
right away, crit.
yeah, quite. We'll see how that goes. This could be super fun.
Is a reasonable short-term ambition to survive?
Very reasonable.
In your case, I think that's always your short-term ambition. So I won't let that one stand as a core one. Yes.
I mean, I kind of want to keep mine, but I was thinking, what if making the graph disappear as a short-term ambition? I have to get all the way there, touch him, and pray successfully for that to work.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. That's potentially awesome.
Cat's got one.
I was going to say kill Dagmar, but we know he's not killable, but part bits of him from other bits of him, so he is...
Behead him,
Just
maybe.
remember Dagmar.
Yes.
The good old DD.
Yeah. Is that
Uh-huh.
alright? Can I...
Yeah.
That's
That's
good
good.
fun as
Dismember
well.
Dagmar.
I love a
I'll
good
change. I'm
dismember.
going to change mine, but I'll come back to it again anyway if I survive. For this one, can I just go with headshot Dagmar?
I do like a good headshot. Too easy.
I mean, I don't know if it is, but okay.
Right,
You're
well,
gonna
you've got
hit
no
the
fate
graph.
points. No, you've got no fate points.
Yeah.
Not too easy. Yeah, I'm quite cool with that.
Thanks.
No, quite cool with that. That's super
Have you
fun.
loaded your pistol?
Yeah.
That's how the real dog.
I've got two. I've got two
Oh, this is
pistols.
going to be amazing.
That you should
alrighty.
do something about.
We're all gonna die.
Let me just get everything ready over at this side.
We'll go down swinging at least.
And I think we're ready. So, are we all good?
As
Yeah.
we'll ever be.
Are you absolutely certain you've got no extra little changes you want to make for your short term or your long term goals or anything similar? Because there ain't no coming back from this one.
Need that.
Same as I ever was.
Can we nip up some tequila just in case?
We're good, aren't we? All right, well, that being the case, let's start episode 44, the very last episode of The Power Behind the Throne. The Heir to Nagash. The River Reich. Many, many miles away from where our PCs are. A group have gathered on an island. An island that once, not that long ago, housed a great library. The Wittgenstein Library, indeed. The base of an observatory which now has a large signal tower placed above it. See, the group that are here are all, each and every last one of them, Sigmarites. And they look concerned. One of them, an elderly gentleman with an enormous moustache and a bald head, says, "I don't like it." The other, side, grey hair hanging down, an old lined face, says, "Yes, well, it looks like the prophecy's coming true, doesn't it? There's bloody warpstone washing up on the island. Why here?" He says. It's, death on the Reich, and he says, what not? And death, law, bestride, and all that nonsense. That was a thing, wasn't it? As one of the younger priests to the side says. Yeah, that father, he were here. He says, the blind fella. As one turns round to look at the one who says that. Big moustache looks at him and says, "What do you mean he was here?" He says, Yeah, the same one that we were in Bergen-Affen. The one that's wanted for murder. He says, he was here. Yeah, look, I don't want to be saying this, but it's something that he did caused all this Warpstone to be here.
That's exactly how I remember.
That's exactly how it happened.
Seems a little unfair.
As the elderly man goes, oh, damn it. So what? The Orcans are going to bloody field day with us if they find out that we're the ones responsible for it. It's washing down, says Handlebar, into bloody Aldorf. He says, it's not rushing down to bloody Middenheim, is it? No, we're the one that have to deal with this. Who the fuck is he? Says, as off to the side, a young boy says, I met him at the synod. He turns round and his eyes are white. He says, I met him before he was blind. And the boy shudders slightly and says, he's doing something right now. He's bringing it to pass.
It's all your fault.
100% Liverpool's fault. That guy. Meanwhile,
Called the Sigmar for you.
down beneath Middenheim,
All pricks.
the demon is being held. And I have not yet rolled to see whether it will be held throughout the course of this. So I'm going to roll it now. All she needs to do is pass. She has fortune points. I rolled 97. But, holy shit. She critted.
Again. Ooh.
That's two. It's not necessarily a good thing. It's held, but whispering in a certain Skaven slave's ear, the demon, which has been flooded full of magic, had managed to reach out from his circle and communicate. That was the first crit. This is the second. And as she's sitting there, the Skaven slave, who's panicking just outside that room, nods. I'll do it. And that is where we begin. Our glorious heroes have been making their way through the palace. They are being escorted by a Knight's Panther. They were surprised. Well, some of them were surprised. To Gerhardt, as far as he was concerned, this is his very much his birthright. Of course he's allowed in. But the rest of them were a little bit surprised that they got in so easily. They didn't realise, as a group, that messages had already been left with the Knight's Panther, that if the elf should come, she should be let through on this evening. And indeed, she was, and indeed, their passage was made much, much easier than it normally would have been. One Knight's Panther, our glorious heroes, stride down the long corridor until eventually, as we discussed last episode, they stumbled upon the horror of Dagmar, the man himself. You've been chasing him for some time. Dagmar, up ahead, his hands before him, his back to you, which is a good thing. And magic writhing downwards and holding two other Knight's Panther down on the ground. And before him is the, what could be pain-racked figure of Boris himself. Now, I say could be because they're still somewhat distant from them. That is the first thing you took in as we move towards the end of last episode. Now, as the bells are beginning to ring outside, dong, let's take in the entire area because you're about to move into combat times. And I'm going to tell you ahead of time exactly how long you've got. Each combat round will last for 3 rings. When it rings the 12th bell, Dagmar is in a place where it is now the 9th day, and he can legitimately kill Boris and succeed in his deal with the demon that's currently making another deal way, way beneath the city. So, that means you have 4 turns. Let's describe the space. This is the Wolf Palace. the Middenpalats, but it's often called the Wolf Palace of Middenheim. A large open stairwell that goes up, and you can see the back of Dagmar. The magic lashing out. And presumably the figure before, that's just out of your line of sight clearly, is the electric eye, because why would he be anywhere else? That took up all of your awareness until, with a quick dash around, you realise that there is perhaps more to be concerned about here. Beyond the great deep blue carpets is the corpses. Knight's Panther. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Several servants, and also a few state soldiers. Presumably some of them have rushed in. Presumably some of them were in escort of the Elector Count. They are now lying strewn half down the stairs that lead up to the higher area. Strewn all over, some of them over the edge of the balcony, some of them hanging over banisters. They are clearly not alive. Some of them are not alive in a bad way. Beyond the just, hey, it's a corpse. One of them, he's a purple corpse. And made of crystal. As is the one beside him. Perhaps more disturbing is the wall opposite that is also made of crystal. The painting, shards of crystal coming out of it over on the opposite wall. So that's over to your left-hand side. So hoping that I've got the correct left and right there. Back to front, as I say, we have a map. You don't. Over on the left-hand side, if you want to go up the purple staircase, that's that side. Over on the perhaps less sinister side, there are no obvious purple signs. Now, there is a lot of space here and some significant distance between you and Dagmar, but presumably Dagmar is not aware of your arrival yet, unless one of you decides that your action should be shout out, Dagmar, you're a dick, I'm going to take you down, which very well may be somebody's choice of action. So with all of that in place, does anyone have any questions before we get going as to what this space may be like? Yes. What does Birdie?
How high is the balcony from the floor?
Okay, so we're looking at around about 16 feet, 17 feet. It's pretty high.
So 3 birdies down.
Yeah, 3 birdies. The universal scale of all measurement, the birdie. And it is about 3 birdies. It's a big open hall. But it's also worth noting there's a couple of doors. At the bottom of the stairs at either side, there's a single doorway leading out to both sides. Also opposites, you've got the stairs swooping up at either side. Directly opposite, there's a big double door as well, and a couple of doors near the base of the stairs in each corner that presumably lead to somewhere else. At the top of the stairs, you can see the corridor extends outwards, and these are broad corridors. More than wide enough to take several Reiklander ladies in their most ridiculous of dresses. And they sometimes do indeed attend wearing said ridiculous dresses, much to the amusement, well done, much to the amusement of many of the Middenlander. So, with that all in mind, any other questions?
So,
What's the
sorry.
What's the charge movement rate again?
Your charge movement rate is
3
times your movement. So if you were movement 5, that would be 15 squares. If you were movement 6, and I think she might be now, that is a rather impressive 18 squares at once.
With a melee attack at the end.
Or you can
If she charges.
double
Right.
time, and that way you can do the same, but without attacking. But it uses both. I just
Someone's
read
been
that.
checking their actions.
I just checked it.
Yes.
Did you say there's a window behind where the...
It's not a window, it's a corridor that just leads
Oh,
out
okay.
back that way. Yes. So
Okay.
there at the top of the stairs, and then you can see it just goes off into corridor behind.
Do we have...
There are windows up here, though, where you are catching the edge of the fireworks, but they're mostly over in the opposite direction, so there's only the slightest side flash.
Do we have the jump on them?
Probably. Can't answer for that without anything more than... He's currently got his back to you, put it
Yeah.
that way. He, is worth noting, is not chanting or doing any magic. He just has his hands up, listening for the bells, presumably waiting for it to go, so he can then do something. So, are we all good? Any other questions? Because if not, I think it is time for us to go...
Do we get a surprise attack? 'Cause
Well,
that's
you'll
not-
find out. Round 1!
Surprise round.
I don't want to go for it.
Spend a few
Alan
points.
Middenwife! So, Alan Middenwife, what's your action?
I mean, he's not looking.
Alan Middenwife, what's your action?
Um,
You've got an action and a move if you
Action
wish.
and a move.
Or a maneuver, which is both action plus move, like a charge or
which one is he again? Like he's the one right.
He's yeah.
Right there.
So I just need to count because I haven't counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You going
7, 8,
It gets to the
9,
top of the stairs.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Bang on.
17, 18.
Yep. Right up to the top of the stairs if you wish, but that is a charge. Won't be doing
Yeah,
anything
won't be
else.
doing anything at the
Yeah.
end. So
You
I
could
think
attack a corpse.
I'm better
Die, corpse.
to shoot him and then try to move.
Okay, so you're going to do a move and
I'm going
a
to
shoot.
shoot and move.
Okay.
I want to shoot first and then move.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Go
Ask
for it.
questions later.
Okay, take your shot.
51.
Have you hit? Yes. Marvelous. The arrow whistles forward. Bullshit. Word save.
Oh, okay.
Pass. The arrow spirals upwards, and as it goes, it literally whoop, in a swirl of black mist, the arrow just disappears, and then you hear it clatter further down the corridors. It passes through the space where he is and appears on the other side. That does indeed alert him that you might be here, but it is indeed, as you rightly concluded, a surprise round, so he won't be acting this round.
So I'm running.
So we can all just roll.
So you're not running, you're just moving.
Well, I'm moving.
yeah.
Yeah, so that would be
Nice.
12 squares
Left or
because you have a ridiculous movement. Absolutely silly. Right, Kath, what's it going to be?
Left or right?
That's you just crossing over the purple crystals right now? Just making the point?
And then I'll like duck down. So I'm.
Yep, sounds good. Duck down by the stairs.
Okay, in that case, I am going to go right.
Going up the other side.
I obviously can't move as fast as some people,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm gonna race for it, and then
Are you going to do a full-on run to go as fast as you possibly can? If you are, you can do an athletics test to get extra squares out of it. Because you've got your basic movement at 4, which would increase all the way up to 3 times your movement plus your successes on this, assuming you have any.
no, I don't make it the athletics check, so it's just my usual.
Okay, so slap yourself forward 12 squares. You
Could
want
you
to
do
do
that
that?
for me,
Hey, Andy,
Hello.
what's your plan?
So, in terms of the balcony,
Yes.
how high it is, how far away would you need to be from it to still have line of sight?
Okay, it
down?
counts as 3 squares in height.
So it has to be 3 squares.
So
away.
add 3 squares on top of whatever.
Oh, in
range.
terms of range. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was more meaning in terms of line of sight.
So he can still
Oh,
see
I
it.
know.
If I end up in the
still see,
shadow of it.
So
you know.
I would say like 2 squares back, and you'll still get see him unless he moves, because he's right on the edge. In fact, even right at the base of it, you could probably do a thing if you wish to do so.
I mean, I've got to try, right? Because it might disrupt him a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
So I'm gonna walk forward 8 squares.
Oh, so calm.
If
So
somebody
cool.
wants to
So chill.
do that for me through the night.
Okay, so the father paces forward. Is he starting to pray by any chance?
Yeah, he is.
He is.
And
What's his
let's-
prayer?
He's going to attempt an urgent decree
Urgent decree!
because the silver flame might kill the graph. we don't want to try
Which
it.
would be hilarious. We've saved Middenheim!
Well, take the crap in a way.
And it's not the 9th day, so he failed.
Oh,
I could have sworn some.
That's
unless
a really good point.
unless there's anything insidious affecting me.
What'd you do?
I've successfully passed it, but I need to over pray it to make sure it reaches him. So my range is urgent decree. Actually, I might not need to overcast it as much as I thought. It's my fellowship bonus, which is 7.
So that's
Oh, you're
1,
within
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
That's
You
fine.
need one.
So overcast it once, so that means I can then overcast it once for damage.
Excellent. Urgent decree. Please tell me, what
now-
does it do?
This is hopefully this will work, but hopefully he is both an enemy of Sigmar and Ulrich. If he is, he's about to take damage, ignoring everything.
Yay.
If not, nothing's about to
Yeah.
So,
He probably doesn't think he is.
but I think he is.
Yeah.
So if I am a self-actualizing witch, then
Actualization.
so that's great. That'd be 14. No,
Nice.
yeah, 14 wounds.
Lots. As you speak your prayers, an ice begins to form up around the top of the banister and settles over his furred shoulders. That's enough for him to twist round. His hair is dark. He's got silvery streaks at either side. His eyes are now glowing purple as they focus down on you. and you can hear it. He's mumbling under his breath. The once mighty Lord, the stained hand that guides the once mighty Lord, the stained hand that guides the once mighty Lord. Gerhardt!
Hello.
Sounds like a ritual.
Can we just, and this is a rules clarification, can
Yes.
we move partially action and then carry on with our movement?
If you desperately wish, I'm not too bothered with that.
I do desperately wish, I do.
Yeah.
So let's go movement. I've got movement 4.
So you can go 4 squares or 8 if you do a standard move. 4 is
Yeah.
cautious.
Can I 4 shoot, then another 4?
If you wish to do so, 4. Bang! I will say though that will make the difficulty increase to 2 because you're not so good with the old pistols, and pistols don't work so well when you move.
What's your range?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's enough for this.
But then why do you need to move?
Love it. Don't know.
just so that they're not all clumped up together.
But you could shoot, then move, just like
Yes.
Alaminowite did.
10,
Yeah.
11, 12. No, in fact, you need to move to get into a perfect range.
I need to move to get into range.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Sage.
I naturally know the pistol.
Yeah, you do. You are clearly an aficionado.
All right.
As pull out and kabang!
Yeah, we're gonna move. Can we move just slightly over 2, please, to the right-hand side? Thank you.
Yeah, perfect.
And then we'll shoot from there. Come on, 33. Whoa! It was so close. 34. 34. Yeah, it's a miss. Then
It's a
if that's the
miss.
case,
As
is
the
there anything where I
shot
can
whistles
put it
by.
down?
No,
No,
you
okay,
would have
fine.
had to aim, but you
I mean,
moved.
that was pretty much
Yeah.
a 100% chance. How did you not get it?
I know. I throw the gun at the useless.
Go inside. Clatter.
Have
and
you
then-
got 2 guns?
I've got another one.
Good.
And then we'll shift. They are very fancy guns. They're quite expensive. If that does
So
anything.
maybe just no.
That's what you think.
I don't care. And then
What-
4
what
to the
are
right
those?
hand side to follow Birdie.
They look pretty.
One of them's mine.
I know.
I'm throwing it away.
One's
Right.
Nicholas's, one's yours.
Me.
I assume he's immune to these things, but just in case, normally if you're shot at by black powder, you have to make a cool
No.
Oh yeah, great.
No,
Yeah.
you do. Good.
Cool.
Probably got cool like that.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, it'd be ridiculous.
But I've already Margarita rolled 97.
97 to 0
Yeah,
0
yeah,
is a
cool.
fail for
And
everyone.
99
96
to
to
0
0.
Okay.
Yes. 96 plus. So, 1 in 20 chance.
Right. I think it's worth doing.
What
Right.
you gonna do?
I'm gonna use a fate point.
Whoa! It's not often you see PCs proactively using fate points. It's normally reactively. attempting to use
Usually
them.
we forget.
If you've got them to burn.
And I'm going to call the cavalry.
Call the cavalry! So call the cavalry is one of the rules that we have for our fate points, which means that you can basically go, help! Help! You are, as a PC, lucky. You are perhaps blessed. You are perhaps just fortunate. Or maybe someone's watching in on you. Whatever it might be, if you spend a fate point for call the cavalry, you can call someone to come in who might make a big difference.
College
a significant
wizards,
one.
college wizards.
Now, there are 2 ways you can make this respond. Number 1, you can bring in a group who can help take down Dagmar.
Okay,
Sounds nice.
sounds nice.
Number 2, you can bring in a group that gets you out safely. And by you, I allow that to be the plural. It could be you and any others you wish to take out with you.
How does the graph?
Okay, that does not. PCs.
Oh, he's our pal. Remember that whole episode where we were hanging out with Boris?
We hung out with Boris.
Yeah,
I'm
created a person.
I'm on really good terms with him.
Right, so what would you like to do?
I think leaving is not going to help us, so come in to help us fight them.
Okay, roll a d10, please.
Why?
Roll a 6.
I rolled a 6.
Good, good. Okay, now where are you? Do you want to do your move and everything first? I'll let you do
Okay.
your move and everything, and then I'll bring this in.
Okay, cool. In which case, I am moving this way. My movement's 4, so that's 1, 2. Is it that? Can you do
A standard is
diagonal?
8, and you can go diagonal, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you're moving over
7,
towards
8,
the left-hand side, the right-hand side, pardon me.
12.
Oh, you're going full speed.
Going all the way.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, no. I'll probably just do 8 then.
8
I
puts
think
you one
you
in front
should
of
go
Gerhardt.
12.
Well, I was gonna UNC me, right? That
Mhm.
But
counts
you're
as an
gonna,
action.
but aren't you gonna want to do that when you get to the graph with him.
That's what I
Well,
want to do.
wouldn't it be nice not to be targeted?
That would be nice. Do it. Do it.
So I'll do 8 then.
Yeah,
right?
8, then you ain't see me
1,
right.
2,
So do you
3,
pretend?
Right in front of Gerhardt.
You might catch Gerhardt.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go running over by Gerhardt, and that means you're going to be right by Gerhardt, possibly able to protect him also with your.
And then
You
you
ain't
get
seen
shot.
me, right?
You ain't
Do your
seen me.
One more
pretend.
pistol.
Where are you? Where are you?
You may well turn around and go,
You can't talk if you're casting a
No,
prey.
just like,
Just
You-
pray.
yeah, you can do that, but you can't if you're praying
and then I will pray.
because you're praying.
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
I am re-rolling that one.
Oh yeah, it was like 97.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure, that was what it was.
99.
88.
Can I re-roll?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Well, sometimes you tell us we can't.
Well, we're not actually in a cursed place, so I'm not going to pull that one off yet. Depends entirely on what happens. Yeah.
And I don't happen to have advantage, right?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
It's still not
Great.
great.
Well, it didn't work.
Is it just a fail?
It's just a fail.
Ronaldo's not with you,
Ronaldo's
but
not-
something else is. Bursting out over on the side. Hup, 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 hup. Come, Reichsguard! No, Reichsguard?
Whoa! Yes.
Please, Knights
They've come a
Panther!
long way.
Who come tearing out up this side. They do indeed see you. They'll come over this way. They are responding to the general alarm that's already been raised in this area. And because it's your fate point, they are automatically presuming that you are not the source.
Yay! Now
Okay,
can
they
one
come
of
running
them
out.
run away and be our witness if this goes bad?
Yes. Now I'm going to roll. There's a possibility one of them is a gold wizard.
Oh.
Wearing full Knights Panther because he's a part of the Knights Panther. But it's only a chance. I mean, it was fate points. So it seems that.
I don't want this.
Yeah, no, we all want this.
No, don't want it.
Gold.
No, my dooming is you fall under the weight of gold. No,
Gold.
Your own goal.
Is it your own gold? It is my own
very
gold.
fat
Yeah, that's
gold
fine.
Gold wizard who's a cousin of him.
Let's find out. I'm going to roll. In fact, I'll let you roll it because this is your fate point.
Okay, what am I
Okay,
rolling?
if you roll 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's just a Knights Panther.
Sage.
If you roll 5, 6, or 7, it is a low-ranking gold wizard. If you roll an 8, yeah, it's a gold wizard, all right. If you roll a 9 or a 10,
I don't like
a
that.
9 or a 10, it's a high-ranking gold wizard. This one cannot be re-rolled with fortune.
Come
But
on.
it could be re-rolled with corruption. Just say it.
Yes!
Freaking kidding me. Did you roll a 10? Good use of fate point!
Yay!
Good job. So, the one that is the wizard who's come in is that one there who's got the mark on the helmet. Right, Elric!
Just to clarify, is he an enemy of Sigmar? Did you confirm
Well,
that?
he seemed to get covered in
Good.
ice. So, yeah. And
Uh,
I didn't get any sin points, so, yeah.
so we did have some plans, but it feels like Alamena White is completely on her own.
Does a bit.
But isn't that kind of what she wants, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to
That's how
be
she
hidden
works.
and stuff.
Don't worry about me.
First thing he'll say is
Well, I'd imagine
You
the
need
Knights
to get
Panther
to
all
the
have
wizard.
trouble.
he will shout at the guard in front of him who's just stood there
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "The graph is in danger. Go on them!" And then he will start the channel.
Yep, channeling, excellent. And in which direction you're going to go? So,
He's going to the right.
a quick few words is a free action.
Yeah.
So that doesn't take anything.
But you
Moving
can
off
go stand
towards
next
the
to-
right-hand side, so you're
Needs to
moving
get
off to where Gerhardt and Yumi,
Yeah.
so moving into the same clump.
He won't get there while he's channeling because he's going to be a bit slower. Isn't he?
You can move at standard rate. Just it's a standard move. Oh, no, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right.
Before the stream, we said.
No,
Yeah.
no, you can go full 8. Everyone else was going faster.
Yeah,
So,
we were
yeah,
lucky.
yes, you can.
Okay, yeah, it's cool. So
You'll
go
get
8,
to-
so I'll get to them
You'll
too.
get to where they are.
And I've got 3 successes currently.
Sweet!
Bumped up by 3, so I've got 6
Okay,
successes.
add your intelligence
Which
bonus to that.
way?
I've got 10 successes.
You wanna go this way
Uh,
or this way?
Love it.
Further to closer to the stairs.
Okay. This chap, who I can just about reach, is also going to march off in this direction. He's escorting all of you. He
Such a target
takes a
reach.
moment to look over at the father and doesn't. And I think that's the end of the round, unless anyone feels that there's anything that should click off. Right. Are we the top of?
Bong.
Dong! As the third bell ring. Dong! Dong! Round 2. What's your initiative?
71.
I'm first. Alrighty. Dagmar. Dagmar. Alright, he's going to cast a free spell over towards the father, which he has. For anyone who wishes to dispel this, he has got 14 successes.
What?
Seems lots.
Can Elric get a sense of how strong this is?
He's got 14 successes.
But in terms of like the
You have not got the mastery. If this was a bright spell, I would let you off by listening to the words. The words itself would tell you what sort of spell is going off.
But is he actually saying them himself?
Oh yeah.
Okay. He might not have that book that we were worried about.
So
Or the
Books for bigs.
do you,
Well, he
you
said
don't-
a free spell, so that's probably what the book's just done for him.
You don't need your reaction, do you?
oh no, you don't. It's not used for anything. But you can only do a single dispel each. So that's you two can do one each. And if you both did it, for
we're
example,
both at
you
a
could
crit,
both
in
lower the
essence.
number of successes. Obviously, he's got a casting number he's going for. He's currently got 14. If you bring it beneath that 14 with your successes, and you can indeed do it separately. You don't need to do it at the same time.
You're the only one who's hurt him. You're clearly the threat. I was thinking he might go for that group. He might not even have seen that
Yeah, he
group
just
yet.
twisted round.
Yeah, so I'm going to
this
dispel
trouble's
it.
embraced.
And I've got grey, so he's unlikely to pinpoint me from it.
Love it.
Or is he?
He's less likely.
Less.
Yeah, excellent. As you channel Grey Wizard
5
straight over into it.
successes.
If it's Olgu,
Yes,
Oh, 7 successes. Sorry.
there is not.
7 successes.
dropped
7 successes, taking him down to 7 successes. That is much lower. Are you wanting to do a second one? You're going to hold.
I'm gonna hold.
You're going to hold? Okay, so that one goes off. You have got to do yourself a difficulty 6 endurance test.
Holy guacamole.
endure this.
I mean, it's possible. It's going to be a
It's
toughie.
not. It's passed, but it's not.
It's passed. How many successes in total? Okay, a pass makes a different outcome. So, as you're stepping forward, reading from your book, the ice pulls up over the fur on his shoulders, then he's twisted. He quickly bellows out some short, sharp sentences, which are in the lingua cristante, or at least one version of it, with a quick as he throws that down, and you are racked full of pain. Do you have a method of resisting stun?
He's hard as fuck.
Well, that's definitely a thing. For
That's
example,
I mean, we know he's excited.
I have an endurance test to ignore stuns, for example.
Not from
talent.
a special talent.
Okay, then you are stunned, which means you can only move next round.
Cool.
But you can still move around. You still do dodges or whatever. Perfect. As he does that, then for his main move, he isn't moving at all. And now for his primary action, as he surveys. In fact, I'm going to do interesting. I decided I was going to do a passive perception test to be broadly aware of what's around to make decent decisions with. And I rolled 98. So I'm going to say that he's not in the best place for making a clear decision. In fact, because of that, instead of going offensive, he's going to go defensive for his first one.
And a really quick question.
Yes.
Would the gold wizard not have attempted to dispel?
No, he's currently on surprise round.
Okay,
In
he's
terms
just
of
come
his
in.
thing, so he will next round. I mean, that's good, but not a huge number of successes. That is, because I don't get that bonus, that's 8 successes. And he's channeling a far longer spell this time.
The attempt to dispel. 3 successes.
That's enough to take it down below the casting number.
Yay,
Nice.
well done.
Mark it.
Held it. Bloody hell. That will make him aware of the fact there's wizards down there. That changes his entire perspective on what he's going to do next round. At that
Run away
point,
from the wizards.
this one needs to do his endurance test. That's the knight.
Come on, knight.
Has
This is what
passed
you
the
trained
second
for.
one. He has passed also, and good old Boris Todbringer. Holy shit
Come on,
balls!
Boris.
Bars.
Did he crit?
He's critted.
Whip out his rune
Whip out peak leveler.
Oh,
Please,
He's
come on.
wandering
I
around
would be-
with a
I'm
big
just
roof
gonna
bang on his
chuck
back.
mine to him.
I'm a little surprised. He's critted. Let me get the number of successes because it's going to be a contested roll, which means
But he could push him
he's
down.
got to.
Yeah, you can push him over
He
the back.
didn't crit in
Nice
return,
score.
which means he is free of the spell. Which means he's
Oh,
got an
yeah,
action
that-
that he can use. Yeah, let's
Push.
do a barge.
Yeah.
Force Coldbringer growls, alright! And then barges forward, his beard swishing from side to side as he goes straight forward, Dagmar, the fucking traitor, and gets a mere, not bad. Dagmar, oh no, this could be very amusing. Didn't crit it.
Oh,
Crit it,
Bar's
it
gonna
would be
fall.
hilarious. He goes flying forward, bashes into the side. He pushes off towards the side there, as he is then there on the edge as he bashes into the banister. Crash! Twists round and just bellows in his face. Traitor!
That's great.
Okay, that's fine.
Albinoith.
Well, I'm going to change my plan because my plan was to kill Boris, and now I'm not going to do that.
Do not listen to the things they
I
say.
lie all the time. If
Are you
I,
lying now? I didn't
you
know.
just don't know.
No.
I think, can I get the rune fang out?
Yes, you wish to
And
draw your room fan.
And
You
literally,
can charge
can
if
I
you wish.
run and charge and just
Yeah, you
attack?
can. You can reach him with them.
Nice.
So Alaminoith sprints up the
Hopefully-
stairs over the purple
hopefully,
crystal,
but only-
jumps over some corpses,
Yeah.
and then runs straight over towards
Do you want me
Boris
to do a
Coldbringer
skill
and
test?
there.
Skill test for drawing the sword.
Yes.
Yeah, 5 successes.
Took me a couple of seconds there. 5 successes. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
Why do these humans have so many problems? You've no idea.
Oh yeah, one of those
As
units saved your life.
Swing Barakul
Swing.
is drawn. Charging in, do yourself.
Yeah.
Mighty attack.
Go for it. Go on.
Do I have advantage?
You charged.
Technically, you're flanking
Yep,
them.
you charged, so you've got advantage.
It's still a fail.
Oh,
Yeah.
do better.
That's a pass. That is 27.
I crit. But you got 27.
Yeah.
Let's, I'll take my second roll. Wow, no, I dominate you. As you come running forward with a sword, he twists round, even though you're padding incredibly softly. He sees, hears, moves back, pushes Boris in the way to begin with, meaning you have to dart round that way. And as you're doing so, he ducks underneath Boris, pulls a blade out on that side, which you immediately push up towards, and as he draws from the other side, he wasn't drawing a blade at all, and pushes forward, sliding between two of your ribs.
Oh well.
It breaks through the cartilage there, because the elves built differently. Breaks right through, pierces out the other side, and then pulls back. Can I have, please, a toughness test?
You're tough. You're
It's
I
actually
crit.
endurance.
I
Ah,
crit.
boom.
55,
Boom.
bullshit for the win.
85, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I mean, there is an outside chance this might work. It does not.
Oh, hang on. I'll do my save.
Award.
No.
No, okay. As it slides
It's not-
between,
it's
pulls
not
back,
invulnerable.
you are bleeding. Take yourself an extra wound at the end of every round until you receive medical attention or otherwise are healed. Birdie.
I am going to proceed with my original plan since my flanking buddies aren't here. I am going to get up the stairs.
Your initiative, just to double check.
Combat 70.
70. Yep, you're first.
So I'm going.
Right, Lindsay, you apparently have something to
Well,
say.
as I'm running and then I attack him and I
Yeah.
see how good he is, can I shout at Boris, take the blade, and I'm gonna next
There you
turn give it to Boris
Yep, I love it.
and get the fuck out. Of
Yep, love it.
Your problem now.
it. No, I'm gonna
Hopefully he won't
distract
go
him.
mad. Yeah.
Well, if he kills a bunch of Knights Panther, I doubt he'll get in trouble for it.
So, Cats, what's the plan?
So,
then we got to-
how many squares is it between me and Dagmar?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You've got movement
Oh.
12, but you can sprint. If you sprint, you won't be attacking this round. If you only move 8, you could like throw your sword at him if you want. Ah! You got polearm, javelin.
I've got pole arm.
Hey! You got polearm.
got pole
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can hit them from one
Pole.
square away.
Within range.
Superb.
Nice.
Smack.
And if I can
Love
knock
it.
him off
So
the
charge
balcony-
then.
Yeah, please.
Roll the way up.
Could you try and push him off as well?
Well, if I smack him the right way with the pole arm, yeah.
Okay, go for it. Tell me your successes, please.
Go on, buddy. Go on, buddy. Go on,
Oh,
buddy.
it's a crit.
It's a crit.
Yes.
22
22. So plus
2
two critical as well.
successes.
plus 4, 6.
6. Okay, so I parry it with the sword, the very same sword that was used on you. As he pushes back, he is good.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's almost like he's ancient. He's been doing this for a very long time. As he twists round, moving with a speed that you don't expect for someone who looks quite so old. As he just screams in your face, clearly disappointed to have been interrupted from behind as well.
Andy,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Do any of those guards have drilled?
Yes,
So Birdie would have extra successes
I'm not unless she's beside them.
in their death zone. And
Yeah,
their death
she's
zone
not.
is
My death
larger.
zone is
It's
10.
10 feet.
It's 10.
Her death zone.
Or
is
depending on the polar.
That's just the bits around, but they're currently under a spell, so they can't use any talent.
Okay.
So
Okay.
all the ones down there
Yeah.
can, though.
Yeah.
Okay. good to
So
know.
yeah, she's currently outside of the drill benefit. But if any get up here, it'll be
Yes.
triggering all over the place.
Nice.
As he growls and pushes to the side, your staff, as you just jab it forward, whacks into his chest, and you don't look too happy.
What
You
a
don't look too happy
terrible.
at all. So I'm going to interrupt with my book to immediately cast a spell.
Hey.
I have 17 successes.
We've both used our.
So 17 successes it is.
Oh, it's not this turn.
Yeah.
What about the gold wizard?
But this is a new turn.
No.
No, it's the same turn.
No,
because
no,
he
this
was
is
at
a
the very
new
top.
turn for the
No.
gold wizard, though.
Pardon? No, it's the same turn. It's been all the way through the same turn. The gold wizard hasn't acted yet
No,
this turn.
yeah,
Gold
so
wizard
he
came-
can dispel.
I bet he's on a surprise turn
No,
for the
he
first
was
time
on
he
like
came in.
a surprise turn
just
last
started
turn.
again.
This
Yeah.
is
You're
the
round
next
two
turn.
No, this is the same turn. He went first, then you went in.
Yeah.
He did
No,
all
no,
the
no,
Gold came in our surprise rounds. So
Yeah.
technically,
Yeah,
this
so
is.
this
It was
is
a
my
mistake.
turn.
I'll let that go. No, I'll let that go.
Unless he's a high-ranking gold wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
broken
at
that. 10.
he probably has combat wear. So he takes off 9.
Oh,
That's
That's pretty good.
It's not just pretty good. That's exactly what he needed. Just taking it underneath.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Yep, pretty good.
pretty good.
Hey, Leopold, you're stunned, but you
Oh.
can't move.
I'll move then. Can I move what, my 8?
Yes, you can move your 8.
Can I move my 12? Or
Yeah, that takes
No,
a round,
it takes
so,
your
yeah,
action,
yeah.
so okay, I'll move
that
my
takes
8.
your- Which way?
to us.
Left or right?
Oh, it's a good.
All of them,
point.
or the clearer side?
I might go the clearer side actually, just because I'm thinking it might take me too long. to
Okay,
get
so
up
he
there.
moves
Yeah.
himself over towards the base of the stairs at the opposite side where all the knights have come piling in. Right, Gerhardt, you're currently right in the middle of a bunch of Knights Panther. To one side, you've got Yume, who's currently muttering away at some spells and looking somewhat disappointed. Prayers. And to the other side is Elric. Your escort Knights Panther is right behind you, and everyone's looking up at the conflict and the melee that's taking place up
I
there.
feel quite like this is a target-rich environment for something nasty, so I want to move out of the way of that.
There's a big clump of knights
and
here.
I see obviously my best pal, my best buddy in the whole wide world, stomping up the other way, and I'm like, I want to save my best pal, my best buddy, and everything. So let's
Run!
I'll run that side, but I will pull the other pistol
Yep.
and blast that sucker.
Okay, so that would be not a run, that'll just be moving 8 squares.
Yeah, you just.
Not into combat.
So,
Don't shoot us.
Yeah, I'm going from this angle. It'll be fine. So 8
If I die in your hands,
squares left.
Look,
kill Boris.
just let him play the game.
I'm gonna roll 33. It's gonna be fine.
Birdie dies, has a Ben fate point. Right, no, has no fate
If
point.
you kill Birdie, I'm gonna have to spend that fate point I was saving for you
Then
on
that
her.
is the actions. That's the consequences of my actions, and I accept them. Shooting Dagmar.
Right, so move your 8 first.
8 over. Yes, please. 8 over to the left.
Why not save it for later?
Yeah,
When
why
you're
not save it till you get?
closer.
Because we're all gonna be
Yeah,
close
you
to
can
use
use
him.
like
like
close
surely
combat.
8 diagonal.
Can you use a
would be
pistol in
better.
close
You
I
can
know
combat?
he's moving forward.
I'm better
no
when it
problem.
comes. We're getting swordy.
Okay, take your shot.
Thank you. It's a miss.
You hit Birdie. No, it's just randomized because
Oh,
they're
come on
moving
now.
around each other. You hit Birdie, so please with your pistol
going
damages.
in the book.
I presume-
Pistol damage.
Yes, your pistol damage is plus 8 as I
Oh,
recall.
actually, a miss.
It is
But then we'll talk
8,
about it
9,
might blow
10,
up
11,
on
12, 13, 14
It
damage.
might be you could risk it. Though.
I'm gonna spend a fortune point.
Oh,
I know if I fumble, then it's my damage. I'll take it.
No, you
No.
might crit and live.
Yeah, I know.
What's
you
your
might
shoot
shoot
what
it
the
instead.
hard?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, because if I shoot and I get a fumble,
It blows up.
it blows up in my
That's only
hand.
on the top fumbles.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
Just
okay,
don't.
let's.
Up to
No,
you.
I'm going to spend the fortune point. Let's not do that. There we go. 0 successes.
Oh, you hit!
Yeah.
Nice!
Well done.
No risk, no reward, motherfuckers! Bam! That's some James Bond rolls.
Yeah,
You're
easy
like,
for you.
Yeah.
You just
Ding, ding, ding,
got
ding.
And another tool test for...
Yes. Scared.
Ooh, I like that. As a great cloud of smoke billows up towards, and the shock slices across the edge of... Where did you hit? You rolled 0...
007.
70 body.
770, so it just slides across the edge of his body.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, Kimi.
That gun stays with
Yep.
me now.
This, I mean, probably not now, but out of interest, with all the smoke around, would that give Alamenoite a bonus on casting her Augur spells?
Yeah, if she gets there, yeah, sounds great.
nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, defo.
She's thrilled.
Alright, so clearly that hasn't worked. Maybe because I need to save it for later, right? That's what Ronald wants. So can I get past these knights, or
Yeah, I'll let them count as friendly, so you can just skim right past them.
okay?
Weave between the knights that are making their way up the stairs.
Could I?
Plus, they'll maybe move up.
Yeah, they're
after
moving as well at the
so-
same time. It's just I'm moving them at the end of this round because they're moving a bit slower this round because the round they arrived.
It might look weird,
Yes?
but Yume is going to go up to these dead bodies
Uh-huh.
and tie their shoelaces.
So those
Take
two
the
dead
belt
bodies
off
move
and
over.
tie their hands together. You
That
know,
sounds
like
good. So
stuff
move,
like that.
move yourself up to where those two
Yeah.
dead bodies are
I like
and
that.
start. They are knights. They have no shoelaces.
Well,
But they do have lots of straps that you could
straps.
undo and rebuckle together over there. if
take
you
their
wish.
weapon out, throw it over the edge. You
Yep,
know,
sounds good. Love it.
Lovely. Good shout.
Elric's acting before all these guys.
Yeah, then they're moving at the end of this round.
Cool. So he has to continue. No, he will shout at Birdie and say, "Draw your sword!" And then he's going to attempt to cast Flaming Sword of Ruin.
Nice.
Ooh, Flaming Sword of Ruin. You don't have fast draw, do you? So I'll take you a whole round. I'll take your action to draw your sword.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already cast it on the rune fang. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
I feel like it would just bounce off a magic
Yeah.
weapon.
I think so.
Does it have to be a sword?
Could it
Can
not
it
be
be
her
on the
polar?
pole?
I think it has to be a sword.
Please let it be a
Let me refer to the old
Flaming
rules.
stick of
Well,
ruin.
while you're doing
Yeah,
that,
the rule says you wreath a sword in magical
there
flames.
you go.
I mean, a pole arm is a sword on a stick.
Nope.
Go on.
Right, so what he will do then is still continue his channel so that he's keeping
Sounds
the
good.
actually flowing.
I'm moving 8 up the.
Yes, please.
Okay, so
Did you still
if you
shout?
move yourself, I will get my
Yeah.
knights moving.
He will say,
Yeah,
like,
but-
because
yeah.
we talked about this,
Yeah, we did.
and he has 6 successes on his channel.
I'll put the corpses to either
So
side.
nine.
there.
Have you added your
Yeah, so I'm on 19 actuaries.
and 19 actuaries?
It's a lot of actually.
Love it.
Yeah.
The
19.
unit of
Ooh.
fire.
Wow. All right. Over there.
I mean, it's perfect for Inferno, but
Good fortune point that.
Oh, else failed.
Oh wow. I don't even need to really dispel that. I mean, I'm going to, because he's ready for it. These are the worst wizards ever. So the gold wizard starts calculating the best option that he has and begins to make his way through various sigils and beginning to speak very carefully the language of magic. As he does so, Dagmar just twists and a screaming skull of blackness comes out from his hands and smacks the side of the gold wizard. He puts his hand up. That spell's been not just dispelled, he's gone like minus 17 on his casting.
Wow.
That did not go very well for him at all. His magic's entirely disrupted, and that's enough for that gold wizard to get a bit of a shock. Right. It's the top of the round.
Did you need damage from Gerhardt for pistol, by the way?
No, you did it. I didn't.
Zero
You rolled 6
successes.
successes, so it's 8.
yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
I've already got it.
Cool.
Is it not damaging? Is it not?
It doesn't have damage, it's a pistol. Oh, no, it does have
Oh,
damage.
Black Powder does, yeah.
No, it does have damage.
Yeah.
I'm totally
Left.
wrong. So
What's that mean?
that's an extra 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra 7.
And you rolled a 7.
Oh, perfect.
And,
Thanks.
and his crew test. We still don't know what
I love how much
Oh, yeah.
you know this. You want to fire a gun. You can do that.
Hey,
Oh
it
shit,
worked.
it's a really dangerous weapon I've just fired
Right.
into combat with my friends and the ruling member of the city.
Thankfully, he's run out now.
Okay, top of the round.
Third gun.
Is there any way to go first? Like, did you spend a
Surprise!
fortune
When you
point
get
to
to
just
Lucas.
go first?
You can
That's
spend a
the-
fortune
the
point if
second
you
one
want
as
to
well.
increase your combat initiative,
No, I'll save them.
because he is going and he's casting. And wow,
Oh.
I don't think this one's going to be stopped in a hurry.
They could
Okay. And the question is, where's he going to throw that, and how's he going to use these extra successes? Let's have a look. I am going to. Right. Well, where is he? He's there. You're there. I'm casting at them. So that will be a total of 6 squares. That's everyone.
Oh god.
Yay.
Everyone caught underneath it. They can do themselves.
Do we get a chance to dispel?
Pardon? Yeah, it's a crit, so
Well, wait.
yeah,
Someone
you might crit. You might-
Does Barracuda do anything to the magic?
Nope.
And there's nothing in terms of he being surrounded by people. He's can
Sadly, no.
And
Yeah.
that cool
Yeah,
test, but
no.
something.
He's a combat magister. So.
Alright, we
Did
have
he
no
do the cool test for his black
What?
powder?
Yeah, that's already happened.
I'm just aware that we've done
And I don't.
squares from there, so for people who can't see the map, that's Dagmar looking to blast out all of the knights.
The
and
gold
Unit,
wizard.
The
you
gold
The
mean
Girl Wizard
Elric.
and
He's
Elric.
giving it a go, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm presuming the gold wizard's going
Go.
to try and spell as
Let's
well.
find out if it goes. Yeah, the gold wizard definitely going to give it a go.
Yeah.
Set the dice.
So gold wizard first
I'm
takes
gonna roll
out.
and then I can spend the.
Would have taken out like 14 successes, but not enough because it's critted.
I'll let you go.
It's currently on a total power.
Take out 7
I
not
think you
enough.
should do it.
big points.
Yeah.
77.
Oh, yeah! So with fate point, you can also, in LAWhammer at least, just set your dice if you
15
want to a particular.
successes
That's
total.
enough. Oh no!
Wow.
We're gonna applaud everything.
Oh, wait, brother!
Oh, good.
God damn it! He with confidence unfurls an enormous quantity of dar, causing the corpses around him to shake as dark magic channels up towards him. Anyone, because the amount of dark magic has, moves back 1 square from where he is. And that includes the people he's got currently.
graph?
Oh, the
And
graph
Boris.
as well moves back. And he unleashes it. An enormous black hole turns purple and begins to swirl and form and move towards the night. Oh crap. Yeah, just like that. As the entire air sucks in towards it as the wind swirls. And then Elric blows an enormous quantity of actuate directly into the heart of it, causing it to shake, twist, and then bursts the purple sun of Xerius completely.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, go.
Wow. Did not expect that.
Yeah, we were all gonna die. Horror of the.
Love it. That was horrendously a free action. As he then can decide what he's going to do.
Boris doesn't go before him, by any chance.
We're only on round 2. He is going to use his action to capture Boris in a spell. So that can be dispelled if anyone wants. I have 15 successes on the spell.
We've already attempted, right? You didn't.
I didn't.
He didn't, but
Yeah.
you did, yeah. The gold wizard attempted and flubbed it.
3 successes plus 5 successes.
5 successes.
Do you
Plus
get any bonus
extra
for the
for
smoke?
the smoke.
I'll let you have plus 1.
6 successes.
6 successes. I have 14 stuff, so I've got them. An endurance test from him, which he's passed, so he is only
Boris.
losing action and movement. He isn't actively losing wounds as well.
Does he move at any point?
Who? Dagmar has not moved.
Okay.
He stayed in exactly the same place, but he's moved everyone else.
He
As
got
the
shot.
mighty wash of dar spilled out from him. Everyone backed off once.
So I don't get a reaction strike.
He
for that.
twists round and and a spike of black magic comes out from the center of his hand and twists in to his chest and then bursts out of his ribcage at either side like wings with spikes that then, like an extra ribcage, curl round and dive
Is
into his chest.
Is it connected to Dagmar?
Not anymore.
Okay, so
As he howls on the ground, but not taking wounds because he passed the test.
Boris howling.
That is Boris howling. So he's down the ground. That is his action. He could move, and he will. He will move 1 square closer. He only has 6 seconds to hold out for.
Does
I
that,
do believe
does that?
it's Alaminawai.
I was just going to say,
Yes.
does that trigger a reaction strike from me?
I know because
You got
you're
pushed
2
back.
squares away. You got pushed back.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody
but
dag-
polearm.
I've
You
got pole arm.
Yeah,
With
that means you
spell
can 2 squares.
blast
But the
push.
good news is now you're far enough away that you can charge again.
And draw your sword.
That'll take an action because she doesn't have fast draw.
I will probably.
I think
I will
That's part of the
probably-
move. I thought it was part of the move.
Oh no! If you've
I
got
think
charge
we should
action, you
charge
can choose. You
together
can do
and
one
warn
move. No, you're right.
Oh, I know a delay. Like a delay means I can only
Do a move
doesn't
or
it?
an action. Yes, that's right. Are you going to delay?
No, what I'm gonna do is you're gonna.
Just do what you're going to do. I'll do what I'm
I'm
going to do.
gonna,
We'll wait for
um,
everybody else to catch up.
Distract him to try to make him lose an action or a move next turn.
Alrighty. If you want to go
Sure.
try yourself
Or should
a
I just
distract
should I
action.
just barge him
Or
over?
just do the Olgu senses thing. Because you're close enough, you could probably step forward.
What are we doing? Quick.
Actually, I'm gonna go for the Ulgu spell. Where's my book?
Magic.
Yeah.
Use up one of his dispels.
Use up one of his dispels with a petty, shitty spell.
He only gets one, right? Just like us.
And
No.
normal rules, yes.
He's a
Unless he's got
wizard.
talents that gives him more, or unless he's got artifacts that give him more.
And he's not got either of those. So we're fine.
Well, no, he's just a mundane wizard who's not.
He's
really
just
good.
a guy.
Yeah, he's just a normal guy.
Dude.
He's
Yeah.
just a man.
I met him in the pub earlier.
Listen.
What are you casting?
I'm casting.
Boogity
Let me
boogity.
get my spell book out.
Also, earlier when he something else cast a spell for him, we kind of thought that was like an Olgu book, right? Would Alamenoi have seen that?
Nope.
I'm casting Uldur. Blackout.
You need to touch him for blackout, as I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got fast hands, so I don't need to do
But you
it.
need to be in base with
Yeah,
it.
so
Yes,
I'll
yes,
move
So you'll
in,
need to move.
touch him.
Okay, so
Touch
you're
him up.
moving in, and you're going like you've got fast
Does that
hands.
take my action?
Yes, that uses your action.
I dare you to boop him on the nose.
Okay, so boop, fast hands allows you to get the
Kiss him. Yeah.
No
Oh, bullshit.
way.
55.
noise for
The
The
spell.
the casting. I thought you'd already cast and got your successes.
No, but then you made me move. So I
No,
rolled.
you don't need to roll again.
Damn
There's
it.
nothing to roll for. You've already cast it.
Aww.
So what does the spell do?
Touch target, whisper Uldur. I didn't write down the mechanics in
It's
here.
okay. I know what it is.
You,
Yes, he's passed, so he's not under. It is Birdie.
Drop the pole arm, pull the sword, charge the guy.
Charge! Right into his back at the top of the banister as goes there. I'm going to use a talent. I'm going for that one. So, yeah,
2
do
successes.
your attack. I have 9. So I skip out of your death zone over to there. You cannot move it, do any reaction attack or anything similar because he's using a talent. As he just steps out the background, twists, howls, fends you off, skips back, and then shifts his arm slightly, causing the magic around Boris to twist. As he holds a dagger and he's holding it over Boris, listening for the bells. It's you.
I'm gonna run.
Run! Do your athletics test.
Full on run.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yes, add
7,
6 on
8,
that.
9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
you're in touch.
You can get into base if you want, or you can hold out one
I'm
square if
going
you'd
to
rather.
step back. I'm then going to use my warrior priest talent
Oh,
to do an urgent decree as a free action.
Oh!
I decree you are a dick.
come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many successes?
10.
I dispel it.
Oh.
As he twists
Because
round,
you're a
lifts
magic
his
user.
hand,
Filthy
and
bitch.
Existential crisis!
he lifts his hand, and his hand goes purple. Edge to edge.
It's a Zinchi thing.
Absolutely, a Zinchi thing. That's all it is. Nothing to worry about. And then it goes purple, and at the edges of his eyes, small crystalline purple shards with a slight fleck of green along them form into place. At his side, upon that, a skull that was sitting beneath his long robes lifts out.
Creepy.
The head is entirely sheared off. and it spills green smoke. Liquid, green liquid, drifts out from the top.
That's not good.
It floats there beside him
With OGT.
and does nothing.
So I'll just be accurate.
It looks creepy.
It looks 100% creepy.
It's just keeping his beer cold.
Yeah. On a 97, it does nothing. Hilarious. I got great magic artifacts. They do nothing.
We've got no magic.
You still have an action, right?
No, he's using
No,
it.
I
Because he
run.
gets active
Oh
to
right,
run.
fine.
Can I actually maybe have stopped slightly shorter so that I can charge next round?
Too late now. We did our move.
I shall
half chase.
run as fast as I can. to
Okay,
try
do
and
yourself
catch up.
an athletics test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As you start sprinting up the stairs over at the left-hand side, the sinister side, and
3 fails.
3. Oh, well, you don't get any further.
Okay.
Okay, at least you didn't stumble and fall. As you stopped right on the crystalline substance, which is probably enough for you to either A, be intellectually curious, or B, hurt yourself slightly so not get the run in terms of travel fire.
Yeah.
You can choose which one or both
shite.
that it is.
Intellectually curious.
Yeah, of course it is. It's definitely not that. Ow! Ooh, ee, ah, ee. Ah. Right,
I
so
just shot a man. I feel super cool.
you may. You're currently amidst all of the Knights Panther who are charging up over on the left-hand side of the hall. The wizard is at the back of those. You and Elric are at the back of them as well. What's your plan? At the moment, Birdie is close to but not engaged with your target.
Alamanawite is, though.
Alamanawite is right beside him.
If I delay
Yes.
and then he tries to attack us again, can I
Yes.
run away at that point?
Yeah.
I
You
might-
can interrupt to do a full run. Yeah. Well,
might-
you can do a move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a run. But yeah, you could do that before the spell goes off.
Because realistically, I'm only moving anyway.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I've not got. I mean,
Seems
other
fair.
than try and shoot him, like I
Right,
literally
before
don't
you
have anything.
Our
I mean-
knights are moving up.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't reach.
They can charge, no?
They don't have clear line of sight because there's people in the way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move them all up so that they're in place. They don't have double-handed weapons. I mean, long pole arms are equivalent.
Well, I
but-
One of them could pick a pole arm up. Just drop
From
it.
the many other
There is
people.
a barge pole just waiting for somebody to
Move over
use.
there. Right, our wizard is going to give it a go though.
One of them
He's
should
going
be
to try and
into a
cast
hold my
magical
sword.
armor, given everything that's going up. See if he can get his dudes. He's got a mighty 15 successes. On the other, oh, wow. So, interesting. So he twists his abs, makes a form in the air, and a flash of a golden rune with a circle and a triangle sitting above it forms in front of the wizard. His armor starts to glow as Dagmar twists round, sees all the Knights Panther, and gets a free spell off because he did so well. I mean, he failed the other one, but he passed this one.
Dagmar.
It's not many successes though, so if there's anyone who's not done a reaction this round
I
yet,
don't
which
think
I'm
the
not
gold
sure there
wizard had a
is,
spell.
He did.
Oh, did.
yeah, he
Can we
did.
spend a fortune point? To get an extra?
We have
Is that possible?
we have 10 successes on this. That's quite a lot, but it's
I'm just going to throw it out here. If I am a witch, can I dispel it?
you cannot. I'm sorry.
It's worth a try.
I've literally been doing that the entire game. Don't worry about it.
Vegan for sure.
What did I dispel?
You tried to.
attempted the second,
Yeah.
so I did the purple sun, and the gold wizard attempted that one as well.
Right,
And
okay.
then you did the
Yeah.
next one.
We can't spend a fortune point to get an extra.
No, you can't.
Just
You can take corruption, though.
So
Indeed.
no. No, Finch does not want that to happen. The corruption is not being offered. And he causes 38 wounds on the wizard who cast at him, which is mitigated for armor. So, yeah, he's still going easily, but that's a fair number. Let me just mark that down. And the rune corrupts and crumbles in the air as a great 8-pointed star of chaos flashes in front of his face and hits the gold wizard. He has a cool test to do as well, which
Let's throw a dart.
Okay, so all of our Knights Panther are still alive, unaffected. It's been a nice trading of blows. Elric.
She's running up the stairs,
Uh-huh.
gets to here,
Yes.
and he can see Birdie, right? I know there's a lot of people, but Birdie stands taller than them all.
I think that's fair.
And he will hopefully see that she's drawn her sword,
Mm-hmm.
and
was
he
told
will
to.
attempt to cast Flaming Sword of Ruin.
Love it, Flaming Sword of Ruin.
Shiny burning.
Just
Greatness.
So 5, 8, 6, 8 successes.
I'm not stopping it.
Cool. Birdie's sword is magical.
I
And
love it when he does that.
Bursts up into flame. Love it.
so it has +6 damage on the impact quality, and anyone who gets hit gets a blaze condition.
Nasty.
If you fumble with it, you go on fire.
We hit the end of the round. At the top of the round, dong, dong,
that round?
dong. We're now on round 3. At the top of the stairs, Dagmar sits in the middle. At his feet is the screaming Elector Count. A whole phalanx of Knights Panther are charging him from one side. At the other, Alamenowithe is tussling at the side, trying to pull him
Stroking his
aside.
cheek.
just let me touch you.
Birdie is just a little distance away from them as well, as Dagmar is going to bellow a spell, Learthunicto Darna Cathy, and has a relatively impressive 17 successes.
Come on, guys, bring him down.
Tell who
Bring him
it's being
down.
targeted.
You
at
have
or
no
anything?
idea this is.
Well, I mean, I'm in base to base with them, so
Yeah.
you know,
If you
like
wish to
I'm
do it,
just
go
gonna
for
do
it.
Not very many, only 3.
Okay, that takes it down to 14 successes.
What's the goal do? Because he would act ahead of Elric.
Yeah, he does actually ahead of you.
God, I'm
Yeah,
We all
Guys, it's
really
not
tense.
the heat, it's the tension.
Oh no! The goal does not. He rolled 97.
Oh,
it's
no.
not fumble though, which is a bit of a shame.
It's the Golden Noble.
He's
Pardon?
already used 1 fortune point.
Yeah,
Maybe he's
yeah.
got another.
He doesn't. I've used it.
Could you use them?
is he drilled? Can he use that?
You can't use that for our fortune.
after it.
You're gonna give it a go.
No.
No.
Fortune point.
So that means I've
Yeah,
won.
fortune point. Because he's got tons.
Ooh.
9 successes.
9.
That's hot.
Oh crap. That takes me down to, I forgot where I was. 14. I was, wasn't I?
Yeah.
14. 10 minus 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, 9 up. That takes me down to just 5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough to cast a spell, but only with him.
If I spend a
He won't.
fortune point, will it take it down enough
4.
to 4?
He does not like that at all.
I think it's worth a pop.
I'm going to spend a fortune point to get in 1 more success.
All right, then I'm doing the same to increase mine by success.
It's fine. It's good. We gotta spend
I've already spent my fortune to reroll. Can I?
Yeah.
You can add
you-
another fortune.
Yeah, it's a,
See?
it's a separate thing. If you wish to use another fortune, you can. God damn
We're
it.
in a battle of wills.
That dispels it.
I mean,
Yes. Well,
Methodically,
damn it.
I'm curious what that means. There's trading off of fortune points, right?
I think
Just,
it's
you know.
like, kind of like extended, like all who's coming out.
Tal,
So
gonna get
Dagmar
your head.
in the centre has bellowed out some words, and a swirl of dar has spilled around his feet and also around Boris. As you just throw all of the actuary you can in its general direction. The gold wizard, halfway through casting his old spell, the chaos mark still pushing in his face, just completely loses all of his concentration entirely. Where you, right at the edge, just sneak in small twists of Ulgu into the spell work, which is enough for it to just fail underneath him. With the combined efforts of that massive onrush of actuary and the little tickling twists of Ulgu as well. Leaving him frustrated, meaning that whom I'm based with, who annoys me most? You. He lashes out with anger clearly on his face. His dagger still poised in that face as the sword backs off in your direction.
I'll try and cut
And
his sword in. I mean, it's probably magic, but you know.
oh, you've got the rune find, don't you? Nice.
Only 2, 3 successes.
I love that. Okay, so that's not
what
enough to
every
stop
Frank
him doing
does.
what he's doing. As you twist round, he twists round with his blade and then pushes it down. You, with your sword, pull it up and his blade
No,
goes
it's
towards
until
you,
it gets
and
to me.
one half goes that way, and the other half continues on and slices into your face and scratches across
I'll take it.
as he pulls it back and howls at it. His sword having now been cut in
I'll
two.
just scream at him, Barahaku!
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Love it. That
If I
takes
take
his.
because I'll scream.
That's his action down. He
Oh,
is
that's
She's
gone.
crazy.
Alamanaway.
Like a fool.
Barahaku!
Alamanaway, it's you.
Am I allowed to
Where's my
attack him
stats?
with my sword? Now he's like attacking me, or
He attacked with his back to you. That's
Yeah.
the way that Andy mimicked it. So
yeah,
Yeah, you can attack totally.
yeah.
100%.
I think I was gonna try and move the graph out the way, but no.
No, you're just
He's
gonna stab the
gonna get
fucker. Okay,
Barahaku
yeah,
full
right,
in
right.
the face.
Sparkle from the face.
Cut the rock from under him and then like, boom.
crit.
No crit. 2 successes.
You got hit him. As the blade goes forward, tears through the heavy cloaks that he's got around him, unhinges one of the slips, causing the cloak to half hang off that side. And purple light rises out from underneath there. There's clearly some form of active spell going on
I mean,
underneath there.
head
The
cannon.
skull at the side looks and literally watches as it just floats there. The green mist spilling out of it.
I mean, headcanon Alamanwine thinks that was only successful because she yelled Baracool.
I think that's fair.
Maybe
Like,
well.
You
obviously.
have successfully done the
Advantage.
What the flying? That's another 97 from the skull.
Yes.
It does nothing twice in a row.
I'm coming for it.
Oh!
That means just third time it's going to do.
I mean,
something.
that is unexpected.
Is he 2 squares away from me?
He is.
He is currently 2 squares away from you. You can whack him if you wish.
I want to charge him.
Yeah, you won't be. You can hit him where you are. You're literally within
Alright.
1 square.
Actually,
Oh no, you're on the sword.
sword.
No, you're on the sword. You won't get charging, so you'll just move in.
However,
Wall finish off the
you can
big.
use the assault maneuver, getting +2 successes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Assault maneuver.
It means you can't do reactions, but
So 0 successes, +2 for drilled, plus.
Why are you getting drilled?
There's no one drilled there,
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you moved out from the Knights Panther.
okay, so not drilled. So 0 successes, +2 for the assault. So
His arm lifts up and he just wards it off and bashes at it with the furred cloak of the wolf that's out half hanging down, using it to ward away your flaming sword. Hey, Father, you're very close at the top as well.
You need to save the ground.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, the graph is in a spell, but is he?
He's currently wrapped up in what looks like black spiky fingers plunging into his chest, and he is doing the dance
so,
of a man
so it's
in
not something
pain.
that I can move him out of.
No, but you could
Not
have-
out of, but you could move him
Do
away.
you have a blessing
Yeah.
thing that could do a toughness?
Oh, I could
Like,
do that.
so you could move him out the way while praying to
Yeah.
give him
Move
tough
him out the
and
way
the
and give him a
endurance
blessing
to
of hardiness.
survive
Oh, I
this.
like it.
I like
Because-
that.
Because it's
I like
it's
your
a
style. Go for
trial.
it.
I like
and
that.
then chuck
The
him
devout
over the
Orkin.
balcony.
Yeah.
And then throw him over
Just
the
get him out of the
balcony.
way.
I mean, yeah, unless I'm dispelled.
No. Oh, you're casting on. Nope. Nope.
Yep.
Not at
In-
all. Okay, so
so
you
which
do your
is-
prayer over him. and
Boris,
that's
and I've got
providing
enough
with?
to give one to me as well.
What's that providing with?
It lets him reverse his next failed toughness test.
Bullshit.
And
all right.
and then I'll drag him as far away as I can.
And
One to go
so
in.
you're going to you will if you drag him out, you will elicit a free attack from him because you'll move through his death.
Can I drag him in such a way that I just basically throw him behind me, so I stay in his death zone, but he's moved past me,
Throw him
through
behind
me,
me.
because we're allies.
Yeah, I'll let you do a melee brawling test, which I'm going to try and interrupt on my side.
Can I assist?
Pardon, you cannot.
Can I help?
It's pretty good.
Having just done a blessing, do I have advantage?
You don't for a fact. It needs to be against.
Am
him.
I near anybody who's drilled?
Just me.
You-
Is Boris drilled?
Boris is out, so he doesn't count. You need to be up and active.
Because otherwise I
In
would have got
In
the.
that case, I mean, you have 0 levels of fail, but
So he doesn't move. Okay.
well,
and,
you might roll worse.
You
You might
could
fuck
use
up.
no,
fortune
no,
point.
I didn't.
Spend
I've
a
already rolled it.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got it easy. So, what's it going to be?
but can you still move?
Oh, knights
Oh, I'm in combat.
are ahead of you actually.
Are they?
Yes, they are. So
Knights to me, yeah.
these two, which I'm going to turn around this way, so that's the two that are currently caught under the spell.
But they had resisted, hadn't they?
Yeah, so they're not taking wounds.
Okay.
I'm just going to move
Good for
them
them.
all in.
Attack the elf.
Okay,
That's a lot of drilled.
Now the drill is coming in.
Right.
You all move
What do you
in.
think I've been doing in the palace? I've been practicing drill with these knights.
Sure.
Getting drilled by these guys.
We've been drilling together.
You're saying the same
Andy,
words.
Andy, is this one on the balcony or on?
That one's on the floor.
Okay, cool.
That's one that fell and down to the ground. All right, so they all come charging in. One stabs and passes into the cloak, the half-hanging wolf-trimmed cloak that's there. Passes through and just misses. And off to the side, another one stabs him and catches him in the back. This is not one of those Mortal Kombat moments where we get to see exactly how bad it is inside his body when this one strikes. Honest. As it goes right in and severs his spine.
Whee.
Oh,
He's
And pulls out,
fine.
and he's still standing.
we
That's
know.
why it's not one of those, because
Yeah.
apparently he is like a video
Cut
game
his
character.
head off.
Just because you take out his spine, that don't mean nothing.
The demon did tell us to dismember him.
Yeah.
Cut his head off.
I'm
Cut
so
his head
here
off.
for
I mean,
that.
severing someone's spine is on the way to dismembering.
It's pretty damn
Just go for
close,
the
isn't it?
thickest part.
I mean,
It's got to go further up.
up through the spine. As another one plunges into him as well, and he howls. That is enough for
Maybe that's
one.
something worth telling.
The last one, as he stabs in, the blade pushes towards and hits the father. It passes through his square entirely, and then
Oh,
just
no.
out of blackness stabs right in towards where you are.
Do I get to resist that?
It's a surprise attack.
I've got 6 attempts.
You get to do yourself a test.
Nice.
Nice,
Well done.
sweet.
Yeah, baby.
So yes, you can do yourself a parry on it.
I mean, defensive, so 3 successes.
It's not many wounds that will get through then. So that's only
Are you
9
drilled?
hits you on the
Oh,
body.
drilled.
That's for
Is it just for
no, it's
attack?
That's for
melee.
melee, yeah, so plus
yeah,
two,
melee
drill.
tests.
Okay, so take 2 off of that. Yeah. So that's I've got
So
9,
one.
7.
7, so none.
Excellent.
Is it minimum one?
Yeah, minimum 1. Okay, as it just slides through you slightly, as Dagmar is surrounded by knights and elves and fathers and screaming Borises. His dagger held above him.
His sword cut in half.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. What are you doing?
Gerhardt is just.
Is
full
the
pelting.
graph behind Leopold now?
No, he failed that.
No,
Oh, you didn't manage it.
Full pelt running to see just to get behind.
Do yourself an athletics test.
Behind Leopold, if possible.
You don't need to do an athletics test. You can reach there, but it will
Thank you.
take your action as well.
Before-
Okay, so you're in a place where you can heal if necessary.
Before it gets to my turn.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you should have done that
Sorry.
later, Ryan. I'll let you do your move if you wish.
Yeah.
You were on a delay and I forgot. That's my fault, not
3,
yours.
4, 5, 6.
You're going to do those corpses?
Yeah, essentially. Please don't kill me.
He's going to tinker with the corpses, not do them, Andy.
Well, if it'll stop
Gonna
him.
interfere with them? No, that's not any better.
So that's going to be your action this turn, is sorting out those corpses.
Yeah, and if I can, I'll.
You can do a little
that
move
one
after.
as
You won't
well.
get both of them because you've only got one action.
Cool, that's fine.
So,
But I might
but you can
move.
move over to where they are if you wish. Okay, so those ones are all done, and we then will arrive
Can I,
at
can I just clarify?
Elric.
If I ran up through running up, could I see that the gold wizard had taken?
It's too much of a combined melee at the top, and
Because
you
I can
wouldn't
get-
be able
I
to
think I can get to
wouldn't
him.
be able to recognize the gold wizard as any different to anyone else because you just don't know.
But he's been hurt though.
Um,
Can I see that he's been hurt?
No, not
Is
really.
he spurting blood?
No,
No,
no.
he's been
It's
really
been
armed.
loads
He's
of
in plate
magical
armor.
and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
totally.
isn't it? Okay, fine.
Yeah. I mean, you got combat aware?
New.
No, then no, you're not really. No. We're all doing quite well. No 3 points yet. Well, except the 3 points
the ones
you've
we
chosen.
chose, yeah.
Okay, but there'd be no death.
I'm just thinking, I won't celebrate. 6 cents worked.
It did.
Charging
First
in
time.
to the fray, staff and sword.
Yep.
And he's just going for Dagmar.
Right. So at the moment, there is no space for him to get through to it. So
He's a
men
big
there.
boy.
He's
He's going to make way.
They're knights in full plate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
they're
like-
also big boys.
He's like a bull.
Sadly,
He only needs to be. He's got his polearm, so he can
So
go.
then you can move into behind
And
Birdie.
are the knights drilled?
Yes,
Yes,
the knights
they
are built.
are,
yeah.
You can move in behind Birdie like that, and Jess, you'll be within
yeah,
range with your
yeah.
staff.
Snap that
Perfect.
bitch up.
Okay, then you just go over and stab right through.
Smash the skull.
Love it.
Smash the skull.
Yeah, he's haven't seen the skull.
Difficulty 4 if you're going for the skull.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
sounds good.
You get into naturally. Did he have a spell attempt? Yeah, so he's got advantage because he dispelled the spell, which is
Right.
a spell. So nice.
I mean, you have drilled,
You got
so
advantage because it's drilled.
Yeah, but even I'm just. So that'll be six successes.
So that's 2 successes on it. What's your damage?
It'll be 12 damage.
Okay, nice. The staff,
Magical as well, but
perfect, pushes through, slams into the side of the skull, right by its eye socket, goes in. Now, this is the point where I inevitably ask the question, is your weapon magical?
yes.
And it is. So the weapon does
Bravo,
not
bravo.
immediately corrode as it pops into, and you connect with. And you receive a vision.
Welcome to my world.
Am I a priest now?
You've got second sight, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I please have an
I don't know.
intuition test?
if you want to be a priest of whatever that is.
Maybe it's
2 successes.
Nice. As you push in, your staff hits and etheric backlash twists up the staff almost instantly with a crackling of green lightning. And you are tearing down towards the ground, the hills beneath you, green verdant hills as you fall from the heavens. And for a brief moment are that meteorite.
trippy.
As you can feel, and it is a bit trippy because you can feel it going through your hair, and small part of your mind goes, but I'm a meteorite. I don't have hair, do I? As you can
Out of the
feel
way,
it
I'm a meteor.
going through your hair as it comes flying down. You know that inside this skull is a part of that meteorite. Inside there is a piece of possibly raw warpstone. And have you damaged it or not?
Quick bird.
That's the question.
Eat it.
If you have, there will be an immediate lashing of 1d10 corruption for all within 15 squares.
Oh, fuck.
But as you stabbed into it, there isn't a huge chance you will have damaged the warpstone. Roll a die. If you roll
It's not a
an,
huge chance.
if you roll an 8, it cracks.
7.
Oh! Disappointing. Crack! As the skull spins off, spilling green clouds all around. Anyone within 5 squares of where Dagmar is right now can add plus 15 to any casting roll.
Not.
And minus 5 to any dispel.
Jesus.
I'm not. Yay. He will shout to Birdie as well. Warpstone. There's warpstone in that. 'Cause he's not within 5.
Birdie takes out a
5
napkin.
squares, was
5
it?
squares.
Oh, I thought it was 5 feet.
Yeah, 5
Tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 squares, not 5 feet. 5 squares. Are we at the end of the round?
Have you got anything? You've got no way of doing a free cast or anything, have you?
No. I'm just a lowly wizard.
Okay.
Well, I'm a lowly priest.
Bong. 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 This is the 4th turn.
We've got to do it.
If we
Get the
haven't
graph
resolved
away.
this somehow by the end of this round, it's time to get stabby. Right. Let's have a quick look. He is surrounded by knights.
Yeah.
He is going to do
Bullshit.
that spell, or at least he's going to give it a go. He's got plus 15 on his cast. An amusing roll. I have got myself 29 successes.
It's plus 15 successes, not just to the roll.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
so it's plus
Plus the
minus
weird
5.
Minus 5 successes.
So you got minus 5 successes, but if you crit, and inevitably
Yeah.
it's going to be a crit, you could just go, it's out as you drain the magic out of the area.
have to try.
But it will need a crit.
Come on, guys.
Well, let's not both try until, because you
I'll
might
go
crit.
first,
You
yeah.
go first.
Thinking on the fortunes.
It's a pass, so I can't spend a fortune. Fate.
Another one.
He's hitting it. Oh, you dick.
Jesus.
77. And
No!
16.
As
He's gonna
Dagmar
be raging.
pulls down an enormous quantity of dar. The swirl of green swirls up around him as he then starts drawing in all the shyish from the corpses around him and twisting that into the spell as well as he begins to prepare to push it out from himself. Just so we get an idea, it would be 1d10 times 1d10 damage. Might not be that bad. Plus his bonuses to everyone in this room. Including Boris. But as it all builds up, Elric does his best and tries to throw a spell into the very middle of it. There's so much magic there, he's aware that if he can throw another spell into the middle, just a sharp, easy one, he might be able to crack it open and just disrupt it, and it fails. And for a moment, he pauses and then just channels. And that is where Dagmar makes the mistake, because he's already prepared for all of that actually, but not the Gyron. Not the Gyron. That lashes right through, smacks him in the side, causes him to stagger slightly as he looks on in shock, not only because his spell of awesomeness has just come to an end, very disappointed, but also because apparently there's another magic user here. Where'd he come from? Alrighty. Love it.
2 wins thinks I can channel 1.
When he staggers, does he stagger a square?
No, he doesn't stagger a
I was
square.
going to ask you, would you say that counts as a distraction?
In what regards?
In regards of potentially giving us surprise on him now?
Oh, no,
He's stunned?
nowhere near enough. He's not
Worth a try.
stunned. Right,
I'm just
so
going by the surprise rules.
yeah, he's not stunned.
Just game of the system.
He's small surprised. Small S surprised, rather big S surprised. Right, what the heck are you going to do? You're
Perturbed.
turned by everyone. That spell's failed. Your skull is no longer
His
able
sword's
to
chopped
use.
in half.
His sword isn't chopped in half, but he's still got his dagger poised.
Go home. Yeah, just call
Just
it
call
right.
it a day.
Okay.
Repent of his sins.
No, I'm going to kill Boris.
Did Boris get a chance to resist the spell?
Oh, yeah, at the end of the round.
Not Boris.
He can reverse this one, can't he?
Yeah.
Okay, which means that he's not taking damage from it. But only because of your prayer. So Sigmar's with him.
Would the crit
Yes?
of a dispel affected all of Dagmar's spells?
No. Because you were channeling at that
Are
one.
you
and
sure?
There was so much magic that he built up there. All right, so he's going to try and take out him. It's been a bit of a game of push and shove with him as the dagger comes up and he plunges it down towards Boris. The great writhing magic sits in front of it. He plunges into it and the blade passes through and out the other side as the very same spell that's wrapping around him wraps through his own blade, and he pulls up in abject frustration that Boris has not been what should have been an easy offing. As he pulls it up and then spins round, a big swirl of his cloak as we hit Alaminaway.
I'm gonna try and chop his head
Fuck
off.
me. So
Barracool.
close.
Barracool.
So what's Barracool doing?
Swinging.
Well, what would it mean if I went for his head? And chop it off?
That's an increased difficulty, +4 on your difficulty.
And so that then takes off the damage, or do you just have that?
That's the number of successes taken off.
Yeah.
So if you roll 5
Contested
successes, you'd have
test.
1. It's a far harder shot to try and go for an individual place.
Spend a fate point.
No, I'm just gonna go for an attack.
Yep, sounds good. Take off one of those. Do you have drilled?
No,
Just double checking.
3 successes.
Good. Nope. As
he
the
dodging?
swirl of the cloak. No, it's the swirl of the cloak. He's staying in place. He has to stay in place. His literal immortal soul relies on lasting these last 3 seconds. He is not going anywhere. Knights. They're ahead of Birdie. Now they're in place.
Oh,
She'll scream, go for the head.
Go for the head,
Of course
dude.
you didn't shout Barracool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't shout Barracool. Right. Wow. Interesting. Right, so the knights are almost in formation, just stabbing, moving back, taking any moment. One stabs through a cloak, another one stabs in, and as he does, the knife twists round and he just goes straight through the arm, passing through the armor like it's nothing with that dagger. Right between the two bones as he twists and passes the strength test to pull it back out again. The knight at the side stabs him towards the side and it passes out and hits towards Birdie. Birdie, you're, have you got anything to combat surprise?
I do, I think, actually. I've got nose for trouble.
That won't do.
And I can also... I've got
Combat
close-
aware.
I've got...
Have you got combat aware or do you have 6 sense?
No, I've got...
Then you have been hit for 40, 50, 60, 70, 18 damage.
I'm assuming I can...
You can't. You can just take your toughness off it.
16...
And
And any armor hits you in the body.
5 wounds.
Okay, that's all right.
16.
16, so you got 5 wounds left, you mean?
No.
Yeah. No.
No, you've
Taken
taken
5.
Well,
What's
16
your
minus
toughness?
9.
Yeah,
7.
7. I've taken 7.
7. There we go. Okay, so slide
Yeah, 5. Just 5. Yeah.
Right, that's all of them. So that's them. Wizard. Come on.
Come on, wizard.
Do something. You're a high rank gold.
Yeah.
Right, so our wizard has got 14 successes. Dispelled.
Oh yeah,
he's
the
got
wizard isn't usually
plus 15.
Fine.
Plus 15. Yeah.
And minus.
5
minute.
to dispel.
Not dispelled. So all allies, as he pulls down a great glittering robe around the entirety of it, as magic drifts and settles on the shoulders of everyone bar Dagmar. Everybody gains +2 armor on all locations and a 10+ ward save.
Nice.
How does that work?
You roll a die, you roll a 10, you'd ignore all damage.
That's for your stuff.
Can
Yeah,
that
yeah,
die
totally.
be a D20?
Fun? No.
He didn't
Yeah, love it.
specify.
Pretty.
100.
Yeah.
I'm going to risk it for a biscuit and I'm going to try for a headshot.
Oh, you go for the headshot too?
Yes, love it.
You're drilled.
Oh,
You have advantage.
yeah, but I've got 0 successes. On
Yep,
it.
that won't be enough. As you just stab towards it and hit into all of the heavy fur around its head, blade passes through, pulls back. Father Lou it pull.
I really want to get Boris away from him.
Throw him over the balcony.
Okay, now that they're all massively outnumbering him, I'm happy for him to be 100% engaged in a fashion that means that you'll be able to pull.
Cool.
That seems
I
super
will
cool.
do
to me.
that. I will drag Boris
Okay,
as far away from Dagmar as I
you'll be
can.
able to move him. Strength test.
Yeah.
Strength test.
And
Oh.
will that count as his action?
Yes. Yep.
Can I? It's a free action. Give myself a wee blessing of strength then.
Have you got an ability to do a free
Got
action for
warrior
that?
priest.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got my blessing of strength. Which I think I'll need. I'm not
Did
great.
you get
Oh, no,
that?
I actually passed my strength.
Just
then.
double checking for your sim points as well, just to make sure you
Yeah,
remember
no, definitely.
the
Yeah,
units number.
Don't worry, I actually want them because they're hanging
Yeah,
over
you
my
can
head.
get
Like
it,
sort of
yeah,
down.
Because you don't want more.
So yeah, but I actually passed without using my blessing.
Okay, so that means you'll get a full 4. Pull him right off. So you pull
Nice.
And I can
him.
I
You pull
be-
him off.
Oh, you pulled Boris
in that
off
direction.
so well.
Can I, as my last thing, step over him so I'm between him and Dagmar?
Well, I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Did Birdie
Okay,
make his
16.
his fur go on fire?
No.
Fur's famously flammable.
Yeah. But no.
Normally.
But I do require an endurance test from you.
Sure thing.
You still have your
I've still got myself blessing up as well. I think I might need to use that. Have I got advantage having just succeeded in something?
This is a passive test, so no advantage on it.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll
Yeah.
use my blessing to reverse it and pass.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. What are you going to do, Gerhardt? So you're sitting just in front of the father who
Yep.
has pulled
Yep.
the elector count to the side. He is still half screaming with the black blade-like things that are pushing into him. Just past that, Dagmar is in the center of a whirl of his cloak, dagger, sword, a mixture of everyone attempting to get at him. But he clearly only has one thing of interest in his mind as he's looking over towards where Boris is.
So-
What are you doing?
So Boris is. Is he in pain or is he hurt? You know what I mean? Like, is he current? Because
I think the answer is yes.
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, God. I can also heal both of you if I wanted to. This is the thing.
But not while in
Yes, you
combat.
can.
Yeah, I
because he's
can.
got talent that allows him to do
Well,
healing in
I'm
combat.
clearly bleeding, and she's
Birdie's
clearly
clearly bleeding.
Have you
bruised.
been taking your wounds off each round?
Yeah.
Just make sure.
I-
It's
yeah,
only
I've-
been
I've-
2 rounds.
I've only-
Yeah.
I've only taken 7 wounds, so I'm okay.
So what's it going to be, Gerhardt? Is there any longer? You'll be doing nothing.
Save the graph, save the world.
Okay, yeah, you can
Push
try
the graph
further.
over the balcony.
Fuck! Friends over responsibility. I'm gonna run to next to Dagmar. Then I'm gonna one in more again.
If
Right?
you
I
go
don't-
one more, he
I
will
don't-
get a reaction shot
But
But
on
I'm
you.
not moving out.
Because you'll be
of his.
crossing
You're moving
over his
through
death
it.
zone.
I didn't know that. If that's the case, I change what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'll go to Boris and I'll heal Boris. Have
Okay,
been-
so you go
have
down.
been
Do
hurt?
yourself a
I got 2 wounds or
a
2 wounds.
lower medicine test, please.
Law medicine.
Yeah, so
Not heal.
not heal, no.
Oh,
Because
God.
you're going to
Okay.
figure out if you can and what you can do.
Oh, so
Um,
low.
Medicine. I'm on 0 successes, but I'm on 121. So 2 successes.
3?
3
No,
successes.
2 successes because you got the zeros. So
Yeah.
2 successes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so
30
Um,
advances if that helps.
your issue is quite clearly that you don't know enough about magic. And seeing the blade-like things pushing into him, he's obviously in an awful lot of. I would like you to do just a single intelligence test, just
Okay.
one.
Okay,
just
just
one.
intelligence.
This is
3
your- this is
successes.
your thing.
Sussing stuff out.
My intelligence bonus is
You think
9.
you know the best way to potentially try and heal him
Okay, good.
or resolve it?
Yeah.
You need to get some sort of plate of metal between where those blades are going in.
Mhm,
Otherwise,
mhm.
because you know that certain things repulse certain types of magic because Sigfeder told you. As an aside, and you've recalled it. Sigfeder told you and warned you that there was going to be certain things you weren't going to be able to wear anymore. You just wouldn't be able to wear certain colors. You wouldn't be able to wear certain things. You wouldn't be able to wear furs, for example, because furs attract one of the winds. You can't even remember which one. But metal, you know for certain, isn't, because wizards don't wear metal unless they are one of the wizards that can use metal, which you're pretty sure is not going to be the case here. So maybe disrupting it with some sort of metal would be a good idea. Oh.
Okay. You have a shield, right? Yeah.
It's mostly wood, but
Yeah.
What about
Or
about
a
the
horse
knight?
side is
What
metal,
about the
right?
knight right there? Does he
Oh,
have a
yeah.
shield or a
There's a
helmet?
corpse
Or...
next to him.
Yeah, there you are
Right
literally
next to
beside
him.
one of the corpses.
Yeah.
So you could just try and unhinge some of the metal and pop it over
Did-
onto some of the.
Did he have a shield? A metal shield?
Yes, it's on the ground over there.
Yeah, that's easy enough to pick up and use, right?
Yeah, totally. You
I
got
said
to
I
that
did
over
ask
him.
a metal shield.
It appears to be metal.
Okay, that's good.
Remember, they're rich as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
oh yeah, they are rich as fuck. Yeah,
I'm going to ask for a single test to see
Uh-huh.
how well you've done here.
yeah.
It's going to be intuition.
Oh my god.
Oh, surely you're good at
Oh, I've got I'm not bad on intuition, and I have sharp.
Do
No,
you want
that's
me to
perception.
spend that fate
No,
point?
not
and-
initiative.
and set the
Intuition.
roll?
It's a skill.
Yeah, I know. That's one. Yeah, that's the wrong fucking thing.
Remember, I've got a
Uh,
fate point I can spend for you to set the roll. No, I'm saving that.
It's 50,
Well, let's see what
it's
he rolls,
54, so it's
You've
pretty.
got it.
You've got this.
That's great.
100%.
I mean, 54, that's like.
99. 14 point.
I know how to fix him! That's fine.
Thankfully.
Shields protect people, right?
Just hit him! It'll be fine!
Snap out of it.
hey,
2 successes.
Okay, that's good. As you push it in and you, rather than pushing it on top, you try to slide it in across,
Yeah.
trying to break it. And it's enough that he gets an extra test this round.
Boris, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Boris.
Which he crits.
Okay.
Yes!
Right.
Holy shitballs, Gerhardt! He crits it!
Yeah.
team
Sweet.
Come on.
Well done.
Yeah,
Like that.
nice.
Oh yeah! Okay, so that's that spell shaking off.
Free action.
Manifest
I
peak
can
leveler.
I can heal.
If you wish to do so, yeah, you've
Yeah.
got the.
So I've slid that under, and let's just bandage and just fucking wrap some shit up. Just be like, stop bleeding.
Okay.
Spray some salve on him.
Yeah. Oh my god, so much. He's so ugly.
Boris!
So 18 plus 4, 20.
Oh wow,
Two.
he's got all of his wounds back.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
it! That also makes it much harder to kill him.
You've probably also like given him a pep talk, and spiritually he's survived.
So,
Did so well.
Bedside man.
You may-
Yeah. Basically giving him therapy right here. All
So
wounds are
you can
psychic.
pass through allies. So if you want to get all the way over there, you can do so. So for example, with your movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can get up to about here. Any of those places if you wish to do so.
Just charge.
Sprint.
Charge
Get
him with
to
your
him.
funny sword. Just do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but what are the chances he's gonna crit and just decapitate me in turn?
We
He's
will
parrying.
revenge
He's not
you.
parrying with a weapon that can hurt you very much.
Very much.
What are you doing?
Because I cut his sword in half.
True.
He's got an awful dagger.
If I charge,
Yes.
I get advantage, right?
Yes.
If I survive.
What? We'll do one, and then she'll run away. But she'll
Okay,
do
hold
one.
on. Charge. Okay, as we make our way ahead. Move you into there. That square's already taken. I'll let it go because it's fun. All right.
I can fight over Yume's head. It's fine.
Yeah, they could be in the same square.
Then you duck down, you twist, and do your stab.
Come on.
Where are my dice? In the excitement.
I just want to make sure that
Critical.
that's it. That space is empty. Yeah.
That space is
Right.
empty.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm rolling melee basic, right? For
Yes,
this
melee basic. Okay, as out comes the blade, the long wooden length of it gleams in the light.
with advantage.
Go running forward and
Go on. Go on.
Oh, that is not enough.
Fortune.
I'm
Fortune?
gonna use a fortune point. Yes. Meow. Meow. Yeah, no, that's one success. I think I only get one.
as you duck down and
Other than
Spend
you could critical it if you wanted.
It would be an amazing time for it.
it would be an amazing. Fuck it. You know what?
You could it.
Yeah.
No!
I-
Oh, Dagmar, you're in trouble. So, what's your weapon skill?
Remember, you've got advantage. so
I've
you
got
can
advantage,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
choose
can
a
go
higher
up,
crit.
right?
You can.
So that would be 66.
66.
No.
Sweet. You
Roll-
can set
roll
it
a
to
dice.
66 exactly for critical.
Yeah.
8,
14 successes.
Looks like
14 success.
Lanesh's pissed.
And you need to do a full D100 roll because she might crit again.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
do
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
88.
Okay, so the second one can't fumble, so you're fine. But you didn't crit, so you don't get exploded. As you come up, you slide under Birdie
On
where
her
she is,
knees.
and cut upwards.
Yeah.
He senses it, twists round, and the wooden blade arcs out towards where he is. You're way too low to go for anything like a decapitation shot. What was your last roll, by the way?
Cut his dick off.
What do you mean?
88.
The last roll was 88.
And then the set
So
before that was
good.
56.
So that is in the legs. Makes sense. Okay, as the blade slices over, he plunges down his fist to try and stop it. Sees the blade, and his face changes to horror.
As I go down, I stick with it.
As the blade slices over and hits into his thigh. And as it does so, an explosion of light and magic.
God, killing sword. God, killing sword.
Alrighty.
Oh God.
Hey, Birdie.
Oh,
Have
no.
a dodge test, please. Elric, can I have a dodge test, please? Oh, anyway, can I have a dodge test, please? Does anyone have step aside?
I do.
Good.
Yes.
You got advantage in this roll.
Oh, I'm crit.
6 successes.
Nice.
I crit 244.
Yeah, because I've got advantage. 55 and a 58.
6.
Oh, so hold on. What's that? 9 successes.
9.
13.
Anyway,
14 successes.
dives backwards. The knight in front of her takes the full brunt of it and pushes back into her. Birdie, seeing the flash, is already stepping back at it, having seen the worst, having known what happened with the demon that was struck with this weapon all the way back in Bergenhafen. She's already reacting and moving. Dagmar's horror is clear in her face as she backs off, and the flash goes. Can I have an... No, I'm actually quite happy with your dodge for that. Did you crit it?
No,
No, you just got
six
successes. Then
successes.
can I please have
And she has step aside.
Yeah.
Can I have an intuition test, please? As you hit, the magic pent up within his body blasts outwards as his bone is struck by the blade and tears down the edge of it. Unbeknownst to you, your wood, for all it is, exceedingly sharp. From his perspective, it's like it's been torn by a serrated edge.
Oh.
As it rips through his bone and the flesh bursts outwards. Elric, fully aware of just how unpredictable Yume's sword can
Get
be,
the fuck
the
out.
second he sees that, he bounces back, probably bellowing out, "Get back!"
To the gold,
and
especially.
Indeed, as they move back and the blast hits, one of the knights goes flying up and hits the ceiling a good 4 birdies above.
Oh.
Pretty high.
Yeah, he took the worst, unfortunately. He fumbled. The one beside him just gets pushed back a little bit, holding on to his shield.
Clang.
The one at the other side pushes back as well and then backs into Alamenoise slightly as the magic goes and Dagmar howls in pain.
3 successes at my intuition test.
You're not taking damage.
Sweet.
There. Sweet. You made the right choice. Went the right way. Hey, Ulrich. Okay. You got back.
Charge him.
Yeah. Right.
You're just going to charge straight in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got his staff and his sword drawn, so he's going base to base.
Excellent.
He can dual wield. He can.
He's going full Gandalf.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Spinning
so-
staff, whack!
Is he next to anyone with drilled?
Yes, you are.
Technically, he's next to Birdie, right?
Yeah.
You're
I'm
next to 2
technically
people.
next to Birdie.
And
Cool.
2 people with drilled, because that other guy's.
Oh, the knight,
a
yeah.
knight.
So, first attack with the staff. He gets 4 successes.
Okay, and then if you hit, you get your second attack off, as I recall. Is that
I
correct?
spend my advantage, which I always have.
And yeah, that one's been stopped. So he twists around, does it, but you've got your second attack.
Yeah.
Go for it. He's going to try and
Ooh,
duck
that
underneath this one.
is 6 successes.
I have 9, so I'm okay, and I will step
Do you
aside.
have
Impale?
Impale
Impale?
crit?
Do you have impale? Do you have impale?
And this is my sword.
Uh,
Sword just has.
Okay.
Dagmar's moved, is he?
fancy.
Yeah, he did a step aside.
Shit.
Right. I do believe that's the end of the round. I can now kill Boris.
No.
He can.
No,
He's
no.
nowhere near him.
No.
And he is fully healed.
Oh, Christ.
Sorry, pardon me. I'm
He's
laughing a
probably
bit too maniacally.
Probably a bit distracted by the pain.
Yeah, you know,
And
legs.
the step aside doesn't mean that she could. It means that she can't like try and hit
Correct.
him again, right?
Yeah, because he
Um,
can do it without
correct. Without
suffering the.
anything
Yeah.
on. So,
And his movement's not impaired by the light critical.
pardon? No. Yeah, no, he ignores all critical. I mean, he takes them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ignores them in terms of the pain.
Does-
Right.
Does you may not get a.
No, because of the step aside.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Right.
I keep
So-
wanting to call them attack.
The top of the round. The magic from the skull is back to normal. It no longer has the bonus and the negative sitting on it.
Okay.
And
Did you
yes.
remember all the people's word saves for the one that like hit the ceiling and stuff?
I did not.
Nice.
Yeah, good one. Okay, one of them passed that. That was cool. Sadly, it wasn't Ceiling Boy.
That would have been cool.
Let's
Full
that's
health.
Ceiling Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, Ceiling Boy's dead. Crash. All right. Top of the initiative round.
Considering we called them a speed bump earlier, I think they're doing
They
okay.
are, they're fucking
I
massive.
mean, the Magister is useless. What are they giving us a ward save?
Right.
I
Top of the
definitely
round.
will Benefit from. I feel.
I have to kill Boris. Now
No, you
or
don't.
never.
You don't have to.
Okay, Boris is there, but he's on his feet. My spell's no longer on him. Yeah, fuck it.
And he's holding a shield.
My life is on the line. Okay, I'm casting a spell if anyone would like to stop it. And he starts chanting the words of magic, and he's gonna fortune point that bad roll. But nevertheless, he's still gonna get a miscast.
Cock up again.
Oh, that's
Okay,
not gonna be
all
good for
magic
us.
users suffer 1d10 wounds, no modifiers. As magic crackles
Yeah,
out
I
from
was
him,
gonna say.
that does include Gerhardt. Oh,
What about Priesty
it does
Boy?
not include Andy.
I'm just getting such mixed messages.
Oh, ward save.
Ward
Yes,
save.
ward save will
So
go
I
off.
would take 5 wounds, but I'm gonna roll a 10.
Oh,
I rolled a 9.
Of course.
my first one didn't roll a 10, but my second one did.
Like that?
No,
Five
of
wounds.
course I fucking take
Does
it
the
all.
magic armor take any wounds off?
It does not. It's not modified by any modifiers. Okay, as that lashes out. Pardon?
Toughness bonus?
No,
No,
nothing comes
no
off. It's just
modifier.
What are we
straight to
taking?
wounds.
1d10.
1d10.
You're on D10.
Okay.
10
Okay. Alright, that's not this.
But you have your ward save.
Yeah, I tried.
Okay.
Don't worry.
on my fortune point.
I have a
Oh dear!
Crit.
The exact opposite of what you. Oh!
Fumble? Bad fumble?
Okay, this is going to be a tough one to stop. Yeah. This is a big old spell that's just gone off.
Did he crit?
Oh yeah.
Could you use a spare fate?
I could use a fate point to.
But
to
even
send,
Good, but you
but
still
I
need
might
to beat
not-
his successes.
And I
Yeah.
think he crit twice.
Yeah.
I did.
Right. Well, we better roll, right? For-
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's try.
And the gold.
No, I didn't crit, so I can't.
Yeah, Gold's going to try and stop that.
Worst.
Useless.
Gold just miscast.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
good.
got a lucky miscast result that sucks all the magic out of the area and stops Dagmar's spell.
Freaking amazing, wouldn't
That
it?
would be amazing.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing that can happen?
We can.
Yeah.
Don't just say things. Can that happen?
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically, everything from demons to any old thing can happen with a miscast.
Yeah.
Literally, it goes bad. Whenever you roll a double casting magic, it's bad. Even if
Okay.
you re-roll it, it's just not good.
Why?
You've not really
a
done that.
double fail.
Oh,
Not a double
right.
crit.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Okay.
No, it's also on crit. Things
Unless
can go wrong.
you have the.
There's
it's the
talent
picture.
tricks
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, and
Right.
No, whatever the one.
Right.
Brace yourselves.
Um,
Have you
So-
tried
Not yet. I'm waiting.
where is he?
to see what happens to the gold?
He is just next to Elric. Just
Dagmar turns into a frog.
Nope.
It's worse than that.
Oh, it's
demon. Is that a demon?
Coming out of the aether right beside him, with a twist and whirl and a cackle of glee, comes a twisted, long-limbed, sucker-fingered demon. With blue flesh and a face that tears up and then opens up in its entirety and takes one surprise attack against him.
That sounds like a hit.
Well, you know, of course it's Zinch, it crits.
Andy, can you change your dice?
They've been quite crit fumble, quite a lot of them.
I feel like
I've been quite
very
enjoying
heavy.
this one.
Was it
Yeah.
was it next to
so,
the gold wizard?
Yeah, right next to the gold wizard.
That's
Sitting right there.
He's
The
there.
gold wizard,
No.
though. Oh, have I got the wrong? No, it's
Yeah.
this one. Oh, yeah.
that one there.
He's the one that had a mark on his helmet. apparently.
Sadly, two of them got marks in the
Oh,
head.
right, okay.
That's meant to be the gold wizard.
enough.
That was my fault. Right, so he does have a ward save of 10.
Okay.
He does not have a ward save of
Shit.
10. As the mouth opens and bites down hard. The teeth sink in. And as they sink in, the demon spills into
Oh.
wizard. Because what he actually resolved as a result was possession.
Oh, no.
Holy.
As it
terrible.
twists
Good job,
a
Sid.
a big clawing mouth in the center of its chest as its eye flicks up pink, the other one flicks up blue as it starts wriggling on the spot. Nicely done. Love it.
Terribly done.
I mean, he gave it a go to dispel. That failed. Right, so
well,
that
Elric
word
still
spell
has
is
his-
currently going off.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's a crit,
Yes.
Oh,
Big one?
so it's 11.
Okay,
Okay,
so
not
one so
massive.
far. Oh, come on.
Fate point.
No, surely not.
Oh,
wow.
well, you can set
This
this
is
one to
your-
your maximum.
So I'm setting
power.
it to. I have what's my channel?
No, that's your it's your
Yeah.
channeling because you're.
So if
no,
I set
language
language magic,
sorry,
yes,
language
it's
magic.
77.
So set
So
that
I'm
to
on
7, that
8.
takes it to 8. Oh, fuck, you might do. You know.
And then another 2. No,
So
sorry, another 5.
So that's 8,
13.
13 plus any your intelligence bonus in this one.
17 and plus my no. Aetheric Human just for channeling. So
Yeah,
no.
totally.
Yeah,
Okay, so
17.
total number is
17.
Made a fortune point to make it to 18. If we're-
Yeah.
Yeah.
18.
18.
18.
We raise you 18.
right. So this is what happened.
Can you add yours if you're helping?
Dagmar,
Yeah. I succeeded, so does that add a success? Because I'm technically
it doesn't
affected.
do anything unless it's a crit.
Damn it.
Sadly. He fumbled. Oh no, he's now possessed by a demon. Dagmar, almost with glee touching his eye because of the terror he was, as we say, has backed off there and unleashes a tremendous quantity of dar in the direction. And I do mean in the direction, not even directly at the electrocount. And it begins to form into an enormous skull. And it immediately passes forwards. This would be enough. Now let's wait to see where he is. Sitting up the top there, that would envelop you.
Yeah.
That would envelop Leopold. That would envelop, poor old electrocount as well. As at the back, Elric thrusts forwards his hands and an arc of actuary spills over and settles on the skull from behind, which pushes against the skull. The skull trembles and howls and bites and tries to gnash upwards towards the fire. Anyone that can see this, please do yourself a cool test.
Including
Not,
Elric.
not you, because you're the one that's currently controlling it.
Can I just be amazed at himself?
Cool.
Great. It's nothing more than fascinating. Did you fail?
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Time to see
He's
the washroom.
traveling backwards.
Huge skull as he twists and he pulls, and then instead of just directly pushing forward, he remembers again his training. As a bright wizard, they are told to obliterate everything in their path. They are told to push, 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 push. But when he was a kid, he was told to do almost the opposite, to go with the flow, to let it run. And that is what he does, as he just unleashes it. And the skull, pushing up so hard against everything he does, goes upwards, allowing you to then relash it again in the wrong direction. As it twists, and the spell spirals upwards and hits the ceiling above.
Is it like a hideous, out of control balloon? Skull shape.
A little bit.
Worst end to the festag ever.
The ceiling takes damage.
Oh.
Both fire and nasty corrupting
I mean, it'd
damage.
be great if a square of masonry exactly Dagmar sized fell on the ceiling.
Right. Everybody
But it might
on
break
this part. So that's Gerhard.
magic thing.
That's you. That's Boris. Roll a d10. And this is the results you're looking for. If you roll 1 to 7, rubble lands around you, you're fine.
Okay.
Who's rolling for Boris?
If you roll 8, something bad happens. If you roll 9, something big lands on you. If you roll 10, fate point. Because that much falls on you. What have you rolled? 3.
1.
Boris.
Boris.
Can we do Boris? Oh, no.
If anyone wants to have a look, that's what I rolled since
I
it's
can't
close.
see. Is it a 4?
It's a 4.
Oh.
As bits of ceiling come crumbling down on all sides. Crash! Smashing pieces. It is possible that it'll break open the upper floor here, and we might end up having large areas we can fall down. Oh no! Apparently it's just mostly, one square goes. So we'll have it be right there, because that makes it more fun. So that's right between
Cross it off.
Leopold and have I got a pen? 'Cause I'll actually cross that one off. Right between Leopold and Dagmar
In pink.
in pink.
That's a choice.
A huge yawning space as a piece of ceiling lands, breaks, and goes down through to the bottom floor below, which is a lovely hole. Damn it. Well, that didn't work. He gave it a good go. Hey, Alamenoite.
I don't know what to do.
Cool him.
Charge
Yeah.
the asshole.
Is
Charge
he,
the asshole.
is he like looking away enough that I can, charge him in the side?
I mean,
Yeah, he's
He's
very-
pretty
he's
distracted.
focused on Boris,
yeah,
right?
he's got combat
Push
aware, so
him.
you tend to find that you're not going to be getting him
No,
on
it's not
surprise.
for the surprise. It's for
Yeah,
my
shadows.
path.
Oh yeah, he's not aware of you.
Yeah,
In that
I'm
he's
trying to think, is there something better I can do to this guy?
standing with a giant magic sword.
Just roll it.
There is
Shout
something you can do.
Charging in,
Push
she
him down the
pelts
hole.
You could
over.
hit the floor just underneath it.
I did think that earlier.
No,
Oh,
I'm
love
the
it!
floor.
You're going for the floor, not for him.
Yeah.
Like
He
it!
probably
Go
won't-
for
He
it!
won't. And there's now a weakening.
His legs fucked, like the floor's fucked.
Oh, I thought it was a 22. Just a 21.
Successes, please.
Only two.
Okay, so he is dodging because he thinks
I'm
that
going for
you've
him.
got a magical sword and he's concerned.
Yeah.
He goes back. Oh, you can't go that way. You have to go that way. He won't actually. He'll just dodge it.
Yeah, he'll dodge it in the
Which
square.
sadly means you can carve out the floor underneath him. As you just slam him, he just dodges, moves out the way, and it goes through the ground, through the ground, through the ground. Then, whoo,
We might be about to get a
Dagmar
combo.
vanishes as he goes down. Ah!
Jump.
No!
He's just going to jump right up.
Freaking love it. And yeah, he's gone down. He's taken damage. That's hurt. But you know, Heir and Nagash and all that.
But there's a chance he fell on his bad leg.
I'm not saying it's good.
Chance it down on his head and it just
I'm gonna
fell
jump down
off.
the hole.
You will probably die. You know how many stairs you've come up? You
Yeah.
will probably
Oh,
die.
yes, that
You have gone up a high amount of stairs.
You could probably climb
you
over.
are welcome to do so.
No, that's fine.
But,
You could probably climb over the banister and let yourself down slowly, but that would take her whole action, right?
Yeah. Just throw something out.
What? Can I just?
You have rope work, right? Could you like tie a rope to the banister and then chuck yourself
Just,
over?
I think just chuck something down. Like, let's start
Throw something
building.
at
Like,
Is there rubble?
Yeah, there's loads of rock.
Can I
around
choose
here.
a large chunk of rock?
Huh?
And then...
Just lob it at him. Yeah, totally. Range throwing test.
this is glorious. We're glorious.
So
Glorious.
is that a melee brawl?
No, it's ranged thrown. And if you don't have it, that's just your ballistic skill.
Strength test? Because it's just really dropping.
I
as
have
opposed
a
to.
So it's making it hit target.
Do
Yeah.
I have advantage because of drilled?
It's
No, it's not melee.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What about because he's just fallen down a hole?
Did you hit
Wait, have
him,
you
Matt?
won any tests recently? No. No, you didn't hit him with flaming sword, did you?
Yeah,
No,
she
she
did.
passed her dodge test.
Okay.
It wasn't contested.
Yeah, it wasn't
though.
contested.
I'm just trying to look. So it's range. I've got range sling and range crossbow. So it's just my ballistic skill.
Yeah, it's just your ballistic skill. So is that a fail?
It's a fail.
Okay, as you throw it down, it crashes down beside him as you probably throw some invectives after that. The loophole.
I think I would like to call on the energy of the silver flame and try and freeze this motherfucker. That's what I quite like to do.
And you are perfectly placed.
You are.
You're
That's why
right
I'm
on
like,
the
don't
edge of the
jump
hole.
down because I'm going to blast you.
You are on the edge of the hole. Go
Yep.
for it.
Demolition man him.
It's a crit.
I was about to say, I can stop this, but I'm going to need a crit.
What number of
It's apparently Leopold's lucky number of 66.
I do not have a crit.
56.
Nice.
So,
So I've got 14 successes. So that means I can add 7 onto the damage. So that's
And you can
D10 plus
hit him
8 damage,
with toughness
ignoring
armor.
toughness
We're
and
not
armor and
next to
everything.
him anymore.
I've not got much story.
Oh, and we roll axe. It's cocked. So that's 7.
15.
And because he's an enemy of Sigmar, he's stunned.
Love it.
I have talent.
He's hopefully stunned.
He's not stunned.
Yeah.
But he is covered in ice.
I'm also going to ask a question,
Yes.
just based on something that happened at Castle Wittgenstein,
Mm-hmm.
which was when Barracool had been used and I did a silver flame,
Yes,
a weird thing happened.
it did.
Is that weird thing happening?
It does not.
weird?
There was a reason that.
It might be because of all the extra magic.
Yeah.
Okay, Gerhardt.
Hello.
Okay, a great argent flame has just come
Yeah.
rolling down from where the father is,
Excellent.
from his holy hands.
So, question.
Yes.
If a skill's over 100, you can split that skill and roll for both. Do
No.
it twice.
No.
Can you not?
You
It's
can't
in the
based on
rules.
The
Yes.
rules you literally give us today.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get
I
half
wasn't
your
sure about
value
half,
on the
yeah.
second test.
Yeah.
Half the. Sorry, what?
Half your skill on the
If
second
you're doing
test.
the action for it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to. Now, how does this work with a free action?
Pardon, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No,
Right. If it's a free action, can I take that action as many times as I want?
I know.
'Cause it's
you
free?
can do it once.
Ah.
Did it once.
Just yum yum yum. I just want everything.
That's how they get you.
It's half
Yeah,
both times
it's
that.
2024.
I
Right,
like that.
I will run over to Alberti. I presume you've closer up if you've thrown rocks down on him?
Oh yes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
would have moved in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Right, so I would be pretty much sharing us.
Beautiful, that's perfect. Then I will just nip in just behind Birdie, please. So,
Crossing
one
through the
to
night,
the right. Yep, that's it. Lovely stuff. So here's the question: with the half the skill and heal 2 people, how does that work with field dressing and all that sort of stuff?
Okay, so the field dressing gives you the free one, so you don't do it between 2. You just do the basic test.
Yeah, just
of
do
one.
Okay.
a
And
free
then
one.
if you use your action for another one, you can split it between 2.
Right,
So
that's what I'm going to do. So I'm
Oh,
going
you
to
do
do
3 people.
I'm going to do 2 people.
Well, then you just do your free
just
action
do
and a
free
normal
action
action.
and a normal action.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah,
then, please.
perfect.
So
Because
free
you can
action.
move.
Yep, lovely stuff. Free action. I will heal Birdie. For
While you're doing that, the Knights Panther
I only need
one's
7.
going to go there, other's going to go back and start guarding Boris.
you get like 12
I feel great.
Over there.
bandages. There you go. That's 4 out of 8. So that's you sorted. And then I will also heal Alamino
Going to charge
for
Demon
her
Boy here.
bleeding.
Thank you. Do I recognise any of these knights as?
Loads.
Do you have combat aware?
Bomb.
Yeah.
If you don't have combat aware, then
No, I said yes.
But if you do, then yeah, you can have a quick look around.
Yeah, I do have combat aware.
No, because
No.
these are not any of the knights that would be over
Excellent.
there.
13 wounds.
Thank you.
Or heal up
Does
the
it stop my
bleeding condition.
bleeding
Yes,
condition?
that counts as
That's the most important. Yeah.
medical attention. As over there, the cackling gold wizard gets stabbed by their clearly appalled Knight Panther pals as they start stabbing into. You should never let a wizard into your ranks. Stabbing into his chest. One of them stabs forward, pulls back, and the central mouth just eats the sword, and he pulls back with just a hilt. As he is going to be doing. Oh, I'm going to be failing a fear test. Yeah, he's not going to be advancing on him anytime soon. And in return, hit for.
It's the noise the demon makes when he dies. Like
1 wound.
That's our demon. But let's just turn him into a demon. There we go. That's 1 Knight Panther, having taken 53 wounds.
oh my gosh.
And that is quite a number.
I guess it's
Crunch.
demon.
Okay, you may.
Could I have noticed that happening? I'm assuming behind me.
I think you can hear it. The screaming, the gaggling, the gaggling, the cackling, and the
gibbering.
giggling and the gibbering.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And probably people shouting, "Oh my god, it's a demon!"
Yeah.
I am gonna charge it.
Oh, you're twisting around and charging straight over in its direction as you
I'm so proud of my baby elf.
you lash over.
That's my
Back
daughter.
down
That's my
and how do you
daughter.
do? Let's see how you do.
Come on, you may.
How it works. Go on. Hey, don't do that.
Oh, no. I'm
Fortune
rolling that.
Fortune
Yeah.
Go, little sister.
It
go.
is
Is
an
that,
88 though.
is that not exactly what you rolled last time?
Yep.
88 with the demons and do yourself an endurance test as well, please.
You shouldn't have said it out loud.
Just re-roll
It's
it.
the rules.
I don't think so.
I failed my endurance test.
Okay, good to know. Take a corruption point.
Sometimes. But I'm re-rolling my in the basic.
Come on.
I would like to see an 88.
Well, you're not gonna.
No,
Yay.
it's 2 successes.
2 successes. This thing's. I'm going to do a test to see if it doesn't. So I'm just going to let that blow hit because it's stupid. As your blade slices across it, and the maw literally disintegrates by it as rainbow arcs spill out from it, spilling with bits of feather, rainbow feather. I mean, that's fine, right? As they
Totally fine.
drift down around it, and the demon howls. Immediate instability test for the demon, which it fails due to this. Wow! Just like that.
Bravo. Yes, very well done.
That was unexpected. Gone.
So made a demon killer.
Elric.
Let's try chuck a fireball down that hole.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's the only thing you should do.
Yes. If nothing else, he'll get chilled.
Exactly enough to cast a spell. 7.
I have sadly dispelled it.
Uh,
As
I mean, it's
down there, he hastily erects quick shields of dar as the fireballs drift to either side, tear off, and then gets up and pelts it.
he's running, is he?
He's also casting a spell though. If anyone would like to stop it, they can do so.
Yeah.
Give it a bash, peeps.
That'll do.
6 successes?
Three.
7, 8. Sorry, 8.
8. Cripes.
3.
3.
+1 for all the smoke.
And there's no gold. So we've done
Yeah, that's it.
15 worth of.
Okay, spell's gone. As he dives into a rent that tears up behind him,
Oh.
bringing us to our break.
Hi, I'm Sage. You just watched me play LAWhammer. Now that we're waiting for the ad break to finish, why don't you like and subscribe and maybe join us on Discord so we can keep talking about all this cool stuff we're making. We also have a Patreon and all the rules on there are free, so you should totally check it out as well. And if you've got some money to spare, we'd really love it. We could get some better mics and some better lights and all that kind of stuff for you. So yeah, just come join us. It'll be great to see you.
A shining blade in the dark. Marguerite sits cross-legged, naked, before the circle, and she can feel its weakening. She didn't expect, however, a shining blade.
No.
Single again.
Much like her grandfather, she isn't so easy to kill. Check the side stream for a bit more about that coming soon. And as the blade hits, it breaks her concentration, allowing the demon to flee. But it doesn't. Because the deal that it made wasn't to stab her. It was to break the circle. Having done the stab, Skaven's slave ducks down and just goes forward. Marguerite lashes out towards it. It stumbles and rolls into the circle, breaking its edge. It's worth noting, according to what you were told, there's really only one way to properly kill someone like her, and it's currently coming out of that circle. Of course, you don't know what's happening down there. Our glorious heroes. They don't know that Marguerite is currently potentially in the fight for her life. They don't know that a Skaven slave who has made a deal, a rather foolish one, it is currently dying right now. The demon feeds on it. They don't know any of that. They have just been responsible for saving the Graf's life. There's no way to beat around that particular bush and pretend that that's not the case. He knows it. You know it. The knights who were there know it. But this isn't one of those situations where people are gloating and going with it. So, what do I get then? Also, I'm potentially a murder hobo, so give me my stuff. No, this isn't one of those situations, at least yet. Because the danger is not only not past, the danger is still
At
very
large.
present. Because, as you know, Dagmar has a whole day to kill Boris. And Dagmar knows Middenheim. However, there is one potential weakness in his locate and kill the Elector Count plan. Alamanawai. Because she walks in the shadows. And any that she stays close to also walk in the shadows. But the question is, are super grumpy, upset, broken Elector Count, does he pay attention to your protestations of him trying to sort it out himself? Sending off his Knights Panther and his guards, summoning literally everybody. Where's the Wizards Guild? What happened to their pathetic attempt to try and save me? There was a literal demon there, big skull spells, all the rest of it. As the engine of state takes over from your relatively small influence in comparison, does he listen? Does he believe? Because this is an almost ephemeral thing. You know, you need to stay by an elf. Why? Because then he won't be able to scry you. Why? It's a difficult thing to necessarily pin down cleanly.
Could we request who's the elfin court who's walks the
Rolani.
path as well? Rolani?
No. Well, maybe.
And also your son, right?
So the question I have for you is, who is our central individual who is going to be making the pitch for this? Now, you might immediately go, well, obviously it's going to be, let's just go with the most obvious one. It's a classic PC option. Who's got the highest charm? That's a good way to immediately respond.
The Sigmar.
But would a Sigmarite be a better option than the elf? Would an elf be a better option than a noble? A Reiklander? Would, I don't know.
He's already given asylum to my parents.
Exactly. Would potentially the daughter of one of the people who is receiving asylum from him be a better option than, say, for example, someone who's actually from Middenheim? Or would it be just better with a wizard, given just how much that wizard just did? Visibly.
Could we use the lore politics question to figure out who the best person
Well, like, who's he most likely to listen to?
Yeah.
Who does he hate the least in this party of Sigmarites, Reichlanders?
That's not going to tell you anything because
Hellspeed?
it's not about
Yeah.
politics. That's
Yeah.
about individual motivations.
Not a
And
Reiklander, not a Sigmarite.
I think you should do it.
Yeah. And you're the expert
And
on
you're
magic.
speaking with the colleges. This is my elf. This is our elf.
I
He
also think
protects us.
if we get a say in where we sequester them, college isn't a bad place. The guild isn't a bad place.
I think it should be here under the palace wards because there's so many anti-magical wards here.
But yeah, Elric.
Elric.
What's the correct title for a graph? Just graph. My lord.
No.
No,
Boris. Barry.
no. It's your Royal Highness if
I'll
you're
know.
doing it wrong, and your Grace if you're being really proper. No, because
No,
he's
what-
a
what-
Grand
Yeah,
Duke.
he's a Grand Duke.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not a Duke.
So your Royal Highness.
Your Majesty, if you're doing it correctly.
Okay, yeah, your
So
Majesty.
he would
I mean-
have asked that because he doesn't know.
I would
Yeah,
know.
quite.
I would know that
Yeah.
immediately. That's what, no, it's what my dad's called.
He'd have asked Alamin away.
Yeah, your dad is the Grace.
Your dad is your Grace.
Yeah, is
This
that right?
guy is the Grand Duke. He's your Majesty.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
he's your
whatever.
Majesty. He's
So he
significant.
told you the
thing I
wrong
asked
thing.
Alamin away.
Quite.
Mr. Greathammer.
So, that's one.
I'll just stand
One
next to him.
person can be in support for a little cheeky supporty, I will help out. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the one who is perhaps standing next to him, because you might be the one who's being described as the potentially helpful candidate here. It could be anyone who's willing to talk up.
I would make a suggestion. He saw me wound him quite badly. Perhaps he might be impressed.
He may not have seen anything because he was in pain for most of it, and then he was behind his knights for the rest of it.
That's fair.
Over by the
me.
right-hand side, so he may not have seen
He's
anything.
played Liverpool for quite long.
The first person he saw after he came out of pain
And
and
healed him.
literally did the healing thing.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's you.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you help Stefan.
I-
as
I-
well.
I've helped
that's
Stefan.
he's
I
Right.
look like a Hellstein. I'm staying
I
well.
think-
Particularly well because you may be a known property because of
I've
the
an-
helping of
We
Stefan.
have
And
to use
also-
Thorhard, though.
I know, I've announced myself as that when we came in anyway, so he knows who I am.
And also, he's a massive Ulrican, by which I mean he doesn't like to appear to take advice from women.
Or Sigmarites.
No.
Yeah.
Boom,
But
boom.
mostly
Okay,
the
good.
women.
Right, we're going. So, scene one. The Knights Panther, having now gathered around and pulled the Graf apart, have then marched him down, apart from where they were, marched him down the corridors, not pulled him apart literally. That would be bad. Ha 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 ha! Demons are in all of us. I've taken them down the corridor, and there's the absolute concern from Elric that if they're going to head off, they're going to be very trackable, easy to pin down, and he will just wait until it's the most opportune time, probably when they're on the move, probably before the wizards get here, so probably maybe as little as 5-10 minutes from now, very swiftly, and he feels he needs to speak up fast. So, how are you going to bridge that gap? Knights Panther everywhere, Boris heading off in that direction, Knights Panther suggesting that perhaps you should be coming along as well, so it's not like you're separate to the party, but you are separate from where he is, and you know he's also a man, apparently at the moment at least, of notoriously poor temper.
And Elric's not great with nobles. Should have thought this through.
But you're direct, you'll like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, plain speaking.
Your Majesty, excuse me, Your Majesty.
Boris Tallbringer is, in terms of this party, not necessarily the tallest of men, but he is over 6
Even
foot
better.
tall.
Oh.
He's a broad-shouldered man who is in his later years. His beard has a heavy hint of auburn running through it, as does his hair. It's a mess. He looks a bit of a mess as well. His clothing, his long royal robes, have got pale patches in them where the spell had pushed through. You can do yourself an intuition test before we talk.
Time to be chill?
Oh no,
Then one fail.
that's good. As
Unless
he
anyone
turns
can
round,
assist me.
looks at you. No assist in that one because it's a magical thing.
Is it the obvious thing?
It might be. As he turns round, looks at you, and there is a brief moment of who is this? You can see the whirring of the brain, and he quickly recognizes that you were probably the wizard, given the whole get-up. One of the benefits of wearing a uniform is that you've got an immediate I am introduction without saying a word. As he pauses, holds up his hand, and all the knights, as one, stop. And he looks at you and says, "You better talk, what?"
Your Majesty, that man, Dagmar as we know him, I think you knew him differently. He is set to kill you this day. We need to ensure that you are safe, you are unscryable, and that you have somewhere to go that can be defensible, because he will return. And
One
he
of
will
the knights,
return soon.
Says, "That's exactly what we're trying to do."
But are you unscryable?
He looks at you and says, "What do you mean?"
He can track your movements without even being here.
What the bloody hell's is happening with him? Captain, we tried to tell you that there was rumours that an attack would come.
We
And he looks at
travel
you.
with someone who is able to offer that protection. She has made it so for us. We've been tracking this man for months. That's how we got here undetected and how we were able to save you this moment.
What do you suggest?
I would suggest you go somewhere safe. Do you have somewhere within the castle? There are wards here that protect from certain
Aye.
magics. And that you stay close to my companion Alamenoite.
Looks over. Elf.
She has protection from her god that seems to extend onto us to not allow anyone to track our movements.
Charm test, please. Your difficulty for this is 1. Success?
Do I
Yeah.
get to add my attractor?
Oh, El, does he like
Boy.
Calabeckers?
It's a burly time.
Yeah.
1 success. Pauses, and then voice that says, "We really should be moving, sir. They're coming with us. They're coming with us, Captain." And that's how you find yourself as part of the royal retinue for the Elector Count, Middenheim. They do indeed have several potential locations they could go to, which they know are protected magically at the very least. However, there is the immediate concern that it's very possible that Dagmar is aware of those. However, he had a plan, an actual plan, which involved not being in any of those places, and that's been disrupted, so possibly it won't make any difference. So my first question is, what do you suggest? Does he go to one of his safer haunts, or does he go somewhere else?
If Dagmar could have attacked him, wouldn't it have been easier to attack him in his quarters? And he's chosen not to do that.
I do not know, but I think he should go to one of the chambers of the other royal family that's protected by one of the secret routes. But send a contingent of Knights Panther with someone disguised to his main locale.
So your suggestion is split up into two groups. One group goes to another chamber, and the decoy group goes to somewhere that he would normally go to.
Yes.
And we're with the graph the whole time.
Yes.
Sounds good. You have an opportunity to discuss this between yourselves before you pitch it as they're marching down the corridor. If you wish to come up with an alternative plan, do so.
So
I mean, the decoys is probably worth doing in case he has to rely on his mundane sentences. But if he can scry, he'll scry straight through that because he'll scry the
Yeah.
And
decoy.
he'll know if someone thinks.
So
Yeah.
could we get Relani to go with the decoy group? Because then there's two unscryables.
Nice.
Very nice.
But let's maybe not say that in front of the graph in case he decides to keep Rolani with him instead of us.
Yeah, but yeah, because we're discussing amongst ourselves before you
Yeah.
So-
present.
Or the master of the
Yes.
But
He doesn't walk
Rolani,
the path, does he?
Rolani spends much of his evenings playing music underneath the princess's window. That's his main job in the evening. So,
Can't deprive her of her music.
no, but her rooms are protected.
Okay.
So we should go somewhere else then.
Or we double up. We go to her rooms with me, but they call Rolani to entertain the princess.
But
What?
that doesn't solve our problem that we were saying of
Which
the
is
other one.
The decoy.
Well, then we don't use a decoy. I don't know.
But then if he relies on mundane
Mm.
spies, assuming he has them,
Mm.
or even just gossip, we don't know how long the contingency plan will continue to be in act.
And also, we should tell him that once we are in a place,
I hear you whispering, calls the graph. What is it you're talking about?
nobody new should enter.
Yes.
Your Majesty, we are simply discussing how we feel best to not only protect you, but divert.
Well, that was it.
We
We should
think
continue on. He says, "No, I want to hear this."
we think two parties, with you and some of your knights with us,
I don't like this. Squirreling down like I'm some little rodent. I'd much rather just take it to him, wherever the bloody fuck he is.
and that's the thing, we don't know where he is.
Who the bloody hell's is he?
He is Dagmar von Wittgenstein.
Oh, God,
He's
they're assassin.
massively
course he is.
fallen to the ruinous powers. Clearly incredibly powerful.
He's already marching off. There you go. I tried to tell them, didn't I? As he walks along.
Is the captain next to him, or
At all times, yes.
yeah? Okay.
I mean, we know that Dagmar will probably try and summon the demon, right?
Very possibly, yes.
And try and consume someone who's close to the graph.
We should
So
keep
maybe-
an eye out to make sure nobody new joins us on the way.
I also think that they need to send the
Bells
with the
start ringing out.
princess.
Clearly the alarm
Yeah.
is beginning to spread.
Your Majesty,
Turns around and he says, "What is it, elf?"
Your daughter's flag is not up. She is out of the palace, I believe.
Aye.
Von Wittgenstein may attack through someone close to you. Can you send word to have her brought back?
He says, how exactly do you imagine he would attack through someone close to me?
He can take people's skins. He kills them and then masquerades as them with the use of some servant.
Fucking colleges of magic. They're always hiding secrets. Captain organise it, will you? So,
Your
said
Majesty,
something from one of the knights. Heads off.
if I may also suggest is, as a physician or a visiting physician, if you send someone to protect Stefan as well.
There's already someone there. Stefan's underneath the order already, I'm told.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, that was our doing because he was threatened by von Wittgenstein.
Now, what are you doing?
This was the
This is
physician.
the doctor who gave the order.
I was the one who sensed the magic.
Where the bloody hell are you people?
Well, we have been known as the Jaegers of Jungfreud.
Raglanders.
No.
I'm from
Wait.
Beckland.
Don't you dare carve me with that brush!
He's from Nippon.
I was born here.
Some of us are, yes.
It's 2 Reichlanders, precisely.
And what's this to you? My lord, we really should be moving. And he looks at him. Sorry, sir. It's just this. You should do better. Why don't you summon your Grand Master? Yes, sir. Personally. The captain goes off. Walk with me. He says, name,
Gerhardt of House Jungfreud.
young Freud.
Yes.
You're the family causing all the trouble down south.
We are. Well,
Civil War, are you? Quite bloody right too. Karl Franz. He's a walking piece of shit who's been causing nothing but trouble.
we believe he has also been manipulated in a similar fashion.
Well, what you believe and what you know is probably two different things, boy.
True.
But you are here. I'll give you that.
What we have believed has got us this far. So there's not an argument. That's just truth. There's no argument.
You be sitting there.
No argument there.
You and your diplomacy.
Gerhard, any chance you could, while we move, heal me up a little? Elric is looking pretty ragged.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course.
99.
Snap his arm.
It's gotta come on. It's gotta come on.
Sorry, mate. That's it. Fortune point.
Gangrenous.
Fortune point, obviously. Yeah, 2 successes plus just so much. That's
If it's more than 14, that'll be me.
it's more than 14.
Cool. Nice. Healed.
Around the corner comes a set of, a knot really, of soldiers, all dressed in blue, mostly bearded. Many a red feather. And at the head of them is a clear officer. As he goes, assassins from Rackland. As he says, we did try to warn you, Your Majesty. Ah, you bloody did, but I didn't bloody listen, and now I'm bloody listening. There were fireballs and all sorts. He says, big fucking skull. He says, and I were on ground, some sort of porky thing right fucking through me. Where were the fucking wizards? This is the post. It's. I understand that, but we did try to warn you, and it's the fireworks. They were flying around in there. Fair enough. He says, I did order that, didn't I? Keep the folks happy. We're here to escort you down. Oh, we're not going down. you're not going. Where do you intend to? I was under the impression you might be still in danger. Well, bloody am. That's why you're here. That's why these fellas are here. Says it weren't for them, I'd probably be dead. Where the fuck were you? Probably prancing around the walls, being an arse. It's a little bit unfair. He says, is it? Really? Come on. Could I persuade you, he says, to go down into the depth, or perhaps even go to the mint? He says, that's very well guarded. No, he says, if I'm going to be facing this fucker, I'm going to do it with my own sword in my hands. We're going to the armory.
Everyone thought, yep.
When I heard his sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick question. Did the demon say that he inherits memories when he takes someone's skin?
Yes.
Yeah, but not consciously so much as he
Yeah.
just knows what to say and do.
So he doesn't know what they know.
I'm just very
but he
conscious
says
that
what they need to
everyone
say.
who's peeling off from the party is expected
Yeah.
to come back, and I wish there was some kind of secret call. The demon would know it.
Might I advise? No. I said no. I'm furious. Says, fucking furious. What'd you say your name was again, boy?
Gerhard of House Youngfreud.
Gerhard.
Yes.
Right. Gerhard, how's young Freud? Oh no, I remember. Katie, we're talking about you. Right. I have other potential advice. Yes. Fuck's sake, will you just shut the fuck up? I'm talking to the boy. He just puts his head down.
The guy who's talking, is he? He was
He's
the one
an
who said-
officer who
An
came with all the
officer, yeah.
soldiers. You go down some steps and down some more steps as he says, so you're telling me they can take on form of anyone else?
Yes.
Any way of detecting that? Wizards. Can wizards do any fuck about that?
No, not particularly, unfortunately.
Probably, Your Majesty, but it's certain type of wizard, which I don't think we really have access to in this city.
What type? What colour?
The Light Order.
White wizards. Fucking hell, we ain't got none of those. He says, so you think I might get jumped on Waite Armory? That's what you were trying to bother me with, isn't it? Well, that's exactly what I was trying to suggest. It might be worth preparing. Well, fuck him if he does. I'll fucking have him. If you don't mind my... Just... Oh, my soul.
We all.
I never put mine away. I'm assuming it stopped burning.
Yes.
Are you hurt at all?
Except for maybe my pride. My own fucking law lord. Pointed him myself. Are you suggesting that he might not even be him?
No, two of your law lords are dead.
And he's a fucking Racklander. Should have fucking known. He was too fucking clever for his own good. Chasing after all the time.
Majesty, he had planned to replace you,
He
to
uses
become you.
he uses a demon that consumes people and wears their skin.
That'll be why you got yourself Holy Father with you.
Exactly.
You're a smart boy. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I might shut it. And it bursts into the cold air outside. In the distance.
Oh, it's still going on.
Yep, it's still going on. Crosses over a courtyard, goes through a double door, and by this point, there's now a bodyguard of some 30
So not
trailing around.
not a single wizard with the amount of magic.
Not one.
Is that the wards? Is that what Elric?
Yeah. You're putting it together inside the palace. There's
Probably why he
wards.
did it at the fireworks, because all the wizards would be out the palace at the
It-
fireworks. Just as simple as that.
Yeah, it is as simple as that.
Oh,
And he goes down some steps in a separate building. Down there, there's a bunch of guards. Get out my fucking way. They just peel to either side. They're not used to hearing him quite so sweary. But then again, it's not often that his life has been so very close to being taken. He just bursts in and stalks over and goes up to a blade, which is almost as tall as him
Nice.
and about this wide. It is a proper big sword. Very different to, for example, the blade that you're carrying. And he goes up, takes it. And one of the knights come up, strap it to him. Sits there. Right. Same fucking tape me now. Fact. Take it out, will you?
Yeah.
And he takes it out and passes it over to him as he. Right, where is the fucker?
I'd like to use my oracle talent, please.
Yes, go for it.
Oh,
Beautifully timed.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's not a fumble, but it's a fail.
Conflicting.
No, you
I
can't.
can't re-roll it.
You can't
Conflicting,
use a fake point.
uncertain visions. Which you want to corruption point it.
I mean, I've only got one. Just taking pure soul. I'll take a corruption.
You got
You got me.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a pass. It's not a crit.
As the consumption begins somewhere else, Leopold, suddenly taken by a vision, hand up against the wall. He's growing used to just how debilitating they can be. Sometimes they're not, but sometimes they really are. On the wall, as a sudden flash and a swirl, and he sees an eye. A great multicolored eye.
Look away.
Blinking
Look away.
and rimmed at the edges with tiny crystalline feathers that spill out to bigger feathers at the edge. The strength that he has of his visions are sometimes strong, sometimes weak, sometimes debilitating, sometimes confusing, sometimes very clear. This one could not be clearer, but he is not convinced he believes it, because he hears an almost exact repeat to what happened in Bergenhafen. Supposed to fail. I have other duties for you. And the screams of Dagmar. If you're lucky and you believe it, he might never be coming back. That does go contrary to what the demon, definitely trustworthy, said.
Let's err on the side of caution.
Yeah. Boris Tobringer, blade in hand, has the issue of wielding a rune fang. And that is, you can't, for example, just rest in it as it sits on the floor, because it will go through. But he is someone who has borne a rune fang for a long time. And he can, because he carries small spots of leather with him. And just drops it on the ground and pops it in and leans on it.
We're idiots.
You can also just do it the other way around and lean on the blade and the palm.
This is his sword.
You know that's not
He is very used to both wielding it, and he knows how it works. He has taken this blade to war multiple times, and he leans in it as he looks out, half expecting to be attacked at any moment.
I think you'd give me a go.
During the vision, as he collapses to the corner, and Boris looks on with a certain amount of concern, who's going to fill him in with what's happening?
The Leopold thing.
He
Yeah.
has visions from Sigma.
Right.
Yep.
Said.
You'll be all right in a minute or two. This is one of the relatively minor effects that we've seen.
Is it all for sure? Or is it real?
It's
No,
real.
it's real.
Is that how you found yourself here?
Most.
One of the reasons,
Yes.
yes.
Tall, helmed, great drake.
Oh, we know him.
Panther arrives
Well,
with a
I think
curving,
we do.
sinuous neck. Your Majesty. Tolkien! What a fucking waste of space you are. Bodyguard. That's your duty. I give you a lot of fucking leeway, don't I? I give you third of palace grounds for you and your poncy fucking knights. And what your fucking cats doing, prancing around watching shows when I were almost dying? We have lost 30 of our number this evening. Ah, and you almost lost your fucking graph! If it weren't for these... He looks around. People! Oh, hell. Looks over. Ah. And
I'll give him my most winning smile.
Oh, actually, can we synchronize bow?
as Torlakelm says, well, he says, where's your fucking father? He says, I believe he's down watching the display. And a trust word has been sent to him. My life is on the fucking line. There is a wizard out there who wants to see me dead. And I'm currently sitting in the corner of my armory with a blind priest, a fireball wielding something, and all sorts. And you've got what? Some knights. I need me fucking wizards. Where's the guildmaster? I imagine he's slightly difficult to get hold of. There's probably flying.
We haven't talked about where Spengler is.
No.
Yeah.
But did we leave him at the champion's house? Like we've been coordinating, right? So we could send
You
word.
were.
to him.
And he was waiting for word from you, and that you went down and he expected you to come up and then do something with him, but you just pelted it straight
Yeah,
to the
but
palace.
he's maybe
So
waiting
he's
there. We can get
probably
him.
waiting over there.
We have a gold wizard waiting at our townhouse base of operations. We should send for him. He is reliable.
And where would that be?
Schmiedhammer's townhouse, the ex-champion.
You know Schmiedhammer?
Yes, we
Yes.
saved his life.
Who tried to kill him?
The
Agents
same.
of the same man.
Fucking Ratcliffe. I can see why your father rose up in rebellion.
Yeah, the ruinous powers have had an effect in certain areas of right.
They'll have to blame the ruinous powers. That's Karl Franz right through to his very core. Oh, it's chaos this, it's chaos that. They're coming at us again. Bullshit. All of it. Handy. That's what it is. Been a long time since I spoke to your father.
Did he see the demon that was in the room?
You don't know.
He was quite a well,
It's
all
quite
the way
far
on the
away.
other side.
Where's the marshals? I imagine they're also why the bloody hell aren't they here? Got a fucking captain who knows fuck all here. I want me mid marshals and I want them here now. He leans in his sword.
Are they sending for that gold wizard?
And
Have they
they're
done
all
it? Do we still have the thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
the thing.
The Spengler
gold
detector.
For his organ.
Spengler detector.
So we do have a way for this one specific guy from
Okay.
what Boris was asking.
Yeah, but
Right. You say that you might approach as someone else that we already know.
Mm-hmm.
Likely to be here.
Could be.
It depends. So if everyone here, we've all been together, we know that none of us have been replaced. But I just worry, Majesty, that everyone you send away comes back could be someone else.
We have a method to detect Spengler the wizard's veracity, and he may be able to help us with more.
Gerhard,
Mm.
elsewhere something's happening. I would like you to roll a die. I'm letting you roll it.
It's because it's your girlfriend.
Roll 1d10.
She's a strong, independent woman. She can probably roll for herself.
That is what you're rolling for. If you roll 1, 2, 3, or 4,
Yeah.
she's been eaten.
No.
If you roll 5, 6, or 7,
Uh-uh.
she has somehow got away.
Good.
If you roll 8, don't roll 8.
Sure.
If you roll 9, that demon isn't coming back because she has trapped it again. If you roll a 10,
Yeah.
she's bound it.
Okay. That's pretty good. Right.
You do not get to re-roll this or amend it unless we start discussing corruption.
Or
I'm always open. I'm always open to that table.
One of the reasons you're rolling
We're a
it.
business.
10. 10.
5. What's that?
She's fine.
She's not dead.
Okay.
She's not eaten.
Yeah.
But the demon is out.
Oh.
You can take a re-roll on that for
Yeah.
a corruption point if you wish.
But she might die.
Yes, you might.
What
Relatively good
corruption
odds
you
as
at?
well.
Just one under, so this would take me to the limit.
I mean, you gave Elric the corruption to set the die.
Mm. Nope.
Oh.
It's a re-roll. And it's Ungerhart.
No, we'll keep her alive.
Nice one. Love it.
That round
You
through.
can. I've got a fate point. It's available for your
No.
use. No.
Love it.
We're only at the start of our relationship. Like,
Down below,
still got some time together.
down below, conflict has ensued. An enraged demon fighting off against something that it knows how to kill. It tries and it tries. But she gets away. But the demon is free. However, you do know one fact about it, which it claimed, and assuming that it's not lying, possibly true. It's quite material,
He's got to find his way out.
which means you probably have time
Mm.
as you come out of your vision and you know the demon's coming. Also know it's not here. Oh, because it's got free.
I will share that information.
So as of now, anybody else could be it.
Well,
Except Spengler, and Spengler was tracking it, so he may be able to lead us to it. And cut it off.
As you plot and scheme as to exactly what you can and can't do, people come and go. Marshals do not arrive. Knights do, and eventually the Grand Master himself arrives. He wasn't, as it turns out, down watching the fireworks. He was back in his mansion, just on the other side of the wall, having a nap. He's an old man. He strides in. He's helmet off with a big handlebar moustache, quite white, long flowing white hair. As he goes, hell, it's been a bit of a bad evening for you there. He says,
Mistake.
Your Majesty. You could put it that way. Says, your fucking lot were a rat shower. Says, useless. Well, I'm not so sure I would say that. Some of them died. You're not dead. Others arrived. You're not dead. I'd say they did their job rather well. Given the circumstances, there's, from what I hear, it's a witch, and a Reiklander witch at that, trained at the colleges. Says, aye. Yes. We've got our blues on it already. Says, gone down into the rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
he was.
And he's a right clinder. I mean, nothing they're saying. You guys
I know.
are shaking your head, but
Well,
nothing
it's
they're
annoying.
saying is wrong.
Shouldn't we tell them about Magritte in case they get the wrong witch? Wizard?
Say whatever you wish.
That's such a
We've got
horrible
pals with his
thing to
granddaughter, but it's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
As he says, so we believe he's gone down into the rock. Well, how the fuck we're going to get him out of there? Because there's no way that fucker is getting away. No way. Do you understand? Oh, yes, I understand. We've got some blues, as I say, that are trying to trace him, but it's proving difficult. He is a witch. Well, I want to talk to them. Send them in. if I may say, he goes close. Sharp ears will catch this, so that's the good old father and the elf. As he comes in close, he says, "Look, Boris, they're terrified of you. They're going to shit themselves if they come in. They're finding it hard enough because they're quite convinced that this sorcerer is of such power that they might actually form a connection. And if they form a connection, it might burn them out or something. Wizard things." He says, "I don't want them more stressed than they already are. We've already lost one of our number, our gold, our only gold as well." He were there, wouldn't he? Yeah, I said, "Well, he's dead. So I've only got 2 blues, and they're both shitting themselves. I mean, if you want to talk to them, I'll bring them. Send them the fuck in." Of course.
Your Majesty, while we wait, just a key bit of information that might help your decision making.
Aye, what is it?
We believe that the witch who assaulted you earlier has a limited amount of time. As in, if he does not, complete the job, let's say, within the 24 hours, he will be taken by the ruinous powers.
Ain't that one of they fucking idiots that make deals with demons thinking they're smarter than them?
Yes, very much so.
I can hear every single fable I ever got told when I was a lad. You don't fucking truck with demons.
His daughter has been helping us. Granddaughter. She is loyal. This man's fiancée.
Personal. And you're hunting the fucker down.
Yes. She asked us to.
He nods. That take balls. To go against family. Even when they're doing wrong. That's hard.
It's the right thing to do.
Rare thing to hear from a right clunder. They're not normally concerned with right thing to do. They're normally concerned about what looks best. You're all right, he says. Tolakel! He turns around. Yes, Your Majesty? He says, "Where's your bloody wizards?" He says, "I was just sending somebody off to gather them." "Go yourself." "Given the current circumstances where there may be a rogue demon, I would rather be here." It says, "Besides, if I go, there's very likely a chance that if this rogue demon can do what they're suggesting, well, I'd rather not be on the receiving end of that. So I'll send someone. Thank you very much." "All right, fair enough. Good point. Well, send the fucker up then. Bring me your wizards."
While they're doing that chat, I'm going to say, should we suggest the wizard scribe from Magritte and try and get her back? She has more chance of knowing where the grandfather's gone, what he'll do next.
And
Plus,
she's good with demons.
if the
Yeah,
demon has
we don't
escaped,
just say
we
that.
don't know if she's.
She'd be useful to resist him.
It would also confirm whether she's alive or dead as well.
Yeah, we don't know.
Your Majesty says, "Gold wizard, Magister Spengler, arrived." Says, "Right, see him in. Now."
Majesty, just before he comes into the room, if Garth
Hold!
may approach first,
No.
he will be able to tell if he is who he says he is.
Right, do what you need to do.
You need to go out, but I'll
You
need
stay
to
there.
go with you.
Yeah.
And he says, "Good, well done, and I'm fine." And he seems to be fine. Does exactly what it's supposed to do.
No element away from the room.
Quite.
All right.
Got any luck?
It's
We've just been summoned by the Graf. I trust that you.
yes.
He's not dead, is he?
Things have proceeded exponentially since we last saw you.
And he's on side.
Somewhat, yes.
Excellent. Well done.
Not too overzealous, but very much convinced.
And you hear from inside, "Well, is he good or is he fucking not?"
No, he's good. He's
And
fine.
Spengler ducks his head in upon hearing it. "Is that the Graf?"
Yes, very much so. I suggest sort of.
Killed someone at the party.
Yes, he might have done, but show some spine, be sort of solid, and he seems to be a relatively good person, all in all.
He's all right.
Lord Magister Spengler. And he says, "Bring him up." Well, that a fucking curtsy. What the fuck are you doing? He bows. "You're also going bald." Thank you. He says, I want you to liaise with him and guard door into armory. Right. Yes, of course. Proper, now. Oh, right. Good. Yes.
Spengler's met Marguerite, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. If Spengler also, and he's talking to the Blues, yeah.
They haven't got in
They
yet.
haven't got the blue
No,
banner right yet.
the graph has told Spengler to liaise with the.
No,
knights.
the-
Oh, the knights.
Oh, the
guard,
knights.
yes.
Right. Sorry, I thought meant other wizards. All right, fine. Spengler, carry on.
Right, yes. So, he says, do we have any wizards here? No, just you.
Well,
Oh, you're on the inside.
That's it.
Yeah, you're on the inside. So, it's me. Right, well, this is what we're trained for. Let's start the wards. How big's this building? You hear? He says, well, it's actually attached to the walls. Well, we're going to need to get to the outside of the walls because I'm going to want to mod the entire building. I require at least 3 of you because I don't want to go by myself. And I don't want any of you to go by yourselves either. Always in groups of 2 or 3. And if you do anything that you think might be suspicious, or hear anything that's suspicious, or see anything that's suspicious, immediately just shout. Don't pause, just shout. That will bring people to you. And I think you'll find that we're quite magic business. Escort me. And off he goes. Boris leans.
It must be so funny for Boris because he's just been saved by children. They're all such.
We see. Blue Wizard arrives. She is quite short, about 5 foot tall, with a skull cap on and her grey hair coming out. Her eyes are all wizened, and she has a long staff with a small planetarium at the top of it, with lights shining out, casting little blue motes to the ceiling. As she nods once and says, Your Majesty. Enough of your fucking crawling. Look at me in the eye. He looks up. You've been tracking him. Where the fuck is he? I don't believe that he's gone down. Can you track him? We have been given some of his accoutrements. Stop fucking top Praetorian at me. Bloody hell, girl. Says, we've been given some of his goods. And we have been... Yes, I think I can track him. Good. Right, after this day, if this fucker doesn't come, you're going to be tracking the fucker down. Do you understand me? This fucker has to die. You up for that? And I'm talking to you lot.
Oh, yeah.
If I may, there may be another magic user down there. So, how accurate is your scrying?
She looks at him. Fucking answer him. It's
And their,
It's about-
and their family.
Yeah,
They're the same family.
same
Direct
same magic.
bloodline.
They both practice shaish.
all right. Well, that's good information to know. I could probably. And you hear a Papa.
Okay.
Quick, hide out a minute.
Cool. I don't know her. She's just like a dumb one.
In glides the Princess Katerina Tallbringer. Again, few notes worth making. She is also much like her father, tall, but in comparison to some of you, not so tall. She's about 6 foot and a little bit. Blonde hair
Giant.
and attractive 9.
Wow.
Which is wow. Not that she necessarily knows it. As she comes in and says, "Are you all right, Papa?" And he says, "I'm all right." And says, "Come here, Katie." And she comes up close. Sharp ears can hear. Only sharp ears can hear. I tried to tell you. He says, I fucking know. Look, I was in a mood. You're in one of your bloody black dog moods. And we can't be having this anymore. They almost got you. I tried to tell you, didn't I? You did try to tell me, darling. He says, and I probably should have listened. But I figured that I would have been all right going down to fireworks. I were going to stay. And I didn't realise it. I told you exactly who it was. exactly who it was, Papa. I'll admit I were in a bit of mood, he says, and perhaps I should have listened a bit more carefully. Well, it's the last time that we can allow something like this to happen. Yeah. Fellows here, they reckon they can track it down, kill her. Him.
Yes.
Says, oh, Papa, it's probably a trap, you know. The fucker has to die. Says, well, it's probably a trap. Ah, it's a trap. It's not a trap if you know it's a trap.
Never
Did
tell
you say it loudly? Did you say it loudly?
And
Yeah.
he said that quite loud.
Vindication!
We're never going to get the end of this.
And she goes, Father, it's always a trap if it's a trap. He says, no, it bloody not. He says,
No, if you know it's a trap, it's not a trap.
shut your fucking face.
Fair enough.
And then he takes her aside. What do you bloody think we should do, Katie? He says, well, they've got a date. How do you bloody know all this? The elf told me. She snuck in. I snuck her in, actually. Bloody hell, Katie, what are you up to? Trying to save your life. Fair enough, Katie. Fair enough. You got point. You got point. And you know, you really have been a bit of a prick lately, Father. Alright, fucking. Father. Fair enough. Are you aware that the entity that they believe they're chasing can take on other people's forms? They bloody told me. Holocom's afraid to go anywhere now. Telling you, there's a reason there's a lot of yellow on their armour. He says, yeah, well, he's probably wise not to. Wise. I just want to fucking kill it. Wherever the fucking fuck it is. And if it's gone down below, well, I can't be going down below, but if these are the only ones that have been able to track it, then maybe they can do it. Do you really think it's wise to go sending anyone down into the catacombs? Nobody knows where they go. Tough. Says, well, equip them. We pulled over the edge like, ooh.
We can't reach his repeat leveler.
As he says, as she says, do you know who they are? And he says, oh, well, bloody young Freud. Well, I need to give him asylum, though. So you're officially going to declare you're on the same side as the Trots? Looks like it. We can make deal with them. Take Carabug. Says, you do know why they're... I know exactly why they're trying to take Carabug. They'll probably fail. But then I'm an elect account. Yeah, wizard!
Yeah.
He says. By Article 12 of the Articles of Magic, he says you're in my employ.
I thank you. I
Elect
have a
account.
contract, but
My
you
elect
override
account
it.
overrides the
Yeah.
law. He says, well, that's one down. I wonder how many more they got.
I've got a life.
But you can't get commanded by the Colleges of Magic.
I have to abide by the Articles of Magic.
No, you don't.
Oh.
You have to
Oh.
abide by the license. Yeah, you don't swear or sign the same thing. You just get a license allowing you to cast spells. Quite different. As he then goes quiet again. So this is what it is then. Yes, well, Father, perhaps it's not. Bloody is. Brackland assassins, fuckers can fucking get what they fucking deserve. I'm pissed. They can fucking go down, kill that one. Might not be quite as easy as that. So he's the young Freud I mentioned. She is directly related to the royal line of the Laurel. Book. It says, and it might cause problems if you start ordering her around. Well, she can stand up for herself. If she says no, she says fucking no. She's not my subject. I mean, strictly she is. By law. She's in that empire. I mean, I am, I suppose, strictly protector of the law. The Laurel Lawn. Yeah. Well, we both know that's an absolute lie, Father. I know, but strictly, you know, if she puts up fuss, I'll just tell her to fucking do it. So, the whole point was that we were trying to avoid it, as she says, enough that you can hear it. A diplomatic incident, Father. He says, fuck it. They tried to fucking kill me. These fuckers have been doing... Ever since they fucking took me out. No!
Isn't the prophecy like guides the once and mighty king, right?
Mm.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's now doing stuff because of these people.
Yeah, seems fair.
We've broken him out.
What about other ones? The white one's probably a Hellstein bastard. Bastard? Right. Torkel! As he comes over. Yes. Niter!
It's not like a bird.
Goes, I'm sorry, she's a fucking bastard of the Elsteins. You can Niter.
Is that the Grand Master?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and catch his eye. No, and look at him.
As he's too busy looking at this as he goes, well, that's going to cause some trouble, isn't it? She's a bastard. I don't fucking care. She was part of the party that saved my fucking life. You're fucking knighting her. Oh. Yeah, of course I am. There's quite a lot involved with that. Ah, well, she fucking earned her spurs. Stabbing whatever it was that were trying to stab me. Sort it out. Of course. You're probably best. No, she's fucking staying here right now. What do you think you're fucking doing? She's part of my bodyguard right now. But you can knight her. In fact, give me your fucking sword and knight her myself. That's not... Give me your fucking sword. Or do I have to just tell you? Of course, sir. Is this it? It says, I don't know the fucking ceremony. You're a Knight's Panther. Fucking done.
Can I be a knight? I'm quite martial.
It says, you're not a gold. Gold's only.
I've trained a bit with them.
Gold's only.
And I'm a knight.
Right.
Majesty.
Fuck. Oh, sorry, Katie, I interrupted you. Goes over. She just sits there and goes, right, quietly again. That's the daughter of the Nipponese ambassador. And he goes, you're fucking kidding me. He says, fucking hell, she's the one who's over in Kralapalats, isn't it? Oh, I suppose we better not send her down nowhere. She's actually been ostracized or cast out or something similar by her family. Largely so that she could do this. What, so you're saying the ambassador knows about this? I do believe that it's very possible. The very reason that she is up here is connected to all of this. Bloody hell, Katie, why didn't you tell me before? You were rather preoccupied, Bob. No, that's fair, that's fair. Right, so... Royal elves, royal girls, young Freuds. What about the wizard and the priest? He's from the local little bloody silver. Oh no, the silver flames. That's them. Well, there you fucking go. We survived this day out. We'll have them before flame them, won't we? And fathers. Are you purposely, I'm fucking purposely fucking doing it? Alright, where the fuck was he? Where were his fucking wolves? They're supposed to be protecting me as much as anyone else is. Yes, well, you won't allow them in the palace. And they won't allow them bloody flaming ones over in Bar Flame. So, there we go. Your logic is not exactly sound, Father, but I'm sure that you'll be able to resolve that with our Auric in your own time. Assuming he's even bloody alive, how do you do? Hope he's dead. He says, for goodness sake. What's about Brat Wizard? He says, no idea. He's a Talabic lander, that's all I know. Well, he's probably a lost prince or something. He says,
Did he say that out loud?
"Oh yeah."
Well, there was a prophecy, but
He turns around and looks at you and says, "Oh fuck me and my fucking voice." All right, Katie. It says, "I accept it." They go, "Right, we survived this. If we survive this day," he says, "you'll be in the employ of Middenheim." He says, "You need to write a letter to your father if we survive this day. I'll write one to go along with it. Do you have any method of communicating with him?"
I know. I've been trying to find one for quite a while.
"Well, we'll find one. He'll have agents in Carroburg right now, I suppose. Here, Blue!" And the Blue Wizard looks around.
We have any pigeons?
On the boat.
We have any left?
The boat's
They're on the barge.
the barge is currently in the shadow of the Middle Mountains where you said you would meet it.
And they would only go to.
So around about a day and a half away.
Close enough.
As she goes, "Yes. Anyway, communicating with Carroburg up though." Bloody wizards, what a waste of space. And he folds his arms. "So, all we need to do then is survive out night. Is that what you're telling me?"
Yes.
Yeah.
"Well," he says, "we best get settled in for a long haul."
If Middenheim were to be in an alliance with the Tordbringers, would that grant them the same, like, alliance with the Trots that would protect them from being
can only be
betrayed
in
by the
one.
Trots?
So, no.
No, not that kind. Like a different kind.
No,
of,
I
if they
wouldn't
were.
do anything to influence the one you have with the Trots. That is sort of more mystically based.
What
That's
if,
not kind of what I was meaning. I was meaning, is there a way the Todbringers could count as part of my family?
The only way they would
Come
count,
just
on,
marry
dude.
Katie.
yeah,
or
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
or
angry.
Greta marries one of them?
Married.
Eh,
So
Um,
she
how long?
could,
Yeah, but elf.
possibly
Mm.
would be the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majesty, so your lady daughter is here. Your son is safe. Is it inappropriate to ask if Heinrich is safe?
Who fucking cares? He's a bastard.
But again,
He says
he may
he can
be
look
targeted.
after himself. He's a big boy. It's his job, not mine. Father, he would be a target. Wouldn't make any difference, would it? If he died, he got captured. He dies or get captured. That's his own fucking fault, isn't it? He can look after himself. He's a big boy. He's a fucking Ulrican. He's not a Sigma, right? Banding together like little children. Bloody hell. Nods once. No offense.
I mean, we are children, so like, pretty much.
well, some of us.
And you have a relatively long night. The question is, the big question is Dagmar intending to attack? The answer to that is yes. But the answer to that is also, but he can't.
You can't find us?
Nope, not that.
He's being held.
It's much closer to what Leopold assumed from his vision.
He's in trouble with his boss.
Yeah.
You were always meant to be.
But I mean, we did spend multiple fate points to make sure he failed.
Yeah.
Remember when I said I'm
We
what it's a party. It's a party.
I think we-
But I said I was curious what the metaphysical implication of that would be. I think this is the metaphysical implication of that.
Yeah.
Did we thwart Dragmar's plan?
But you're not there yet. Stop trying to claim stuff that you don't claim till the start of the next session, you naughty person.
In this time, is Torlicum here?
Yes.
I might try and approach him and say, thank you for
Which Torlicum?
the Grandmaster's the one that we.
No,
The
the
younger.
son is the one.
No, the
that
son is the
helped
one.
us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
The
if
one
he
with the
reappears,
dragon.
I will talk to him.
The
Otherwise,
son, what you have to do is you have to give them names related to their helmets. The one that helped us is Dragon.
oh, okay. And this one is
Torlikelm doesn't.
Doesn't even have
He
his
doesn't
hat
wear
on.
his helmet he's
Hatless.
because
He's the
old.
Grandmaster.
He's the Grandmaster.
Okay, cool.
Indeed, he is.
So yeah, you're looking for a dragon.
I'm looking for dragon. Well, if he shows up, tell me. But otherwise,
Indeed, if Drake does indeed show up,
Okay,
it's
Drake,
actually
fine.
Drake, then I will tell you. But as of yet, no. So he isn't coming throughout the course of the night, into the next day, and all the way up to midnight the next day. During which time there's a mixture of cots brought in so that people can sleep. There's shifts organised outside. Effectively, it becomes fortified. By the end of the day, there's over 300 people in a circle around this armory. And by this point, over 14 magisters. Wards have been put up. Things have been put in place.
Can I just hold Peakland?
You know.
I feel like, so he does. It's more so having held a rune fang if it would have a similar effect.
Yeah.
He's not gonna
No,
let
the
you
difference
touch his
between the
sword.
two.
You don't-
He's really.
he's
I mean,
just not
have you
into
met
men, okay?
How fucking trustworthy is this guy
No,
right
it's
now?
like asking to touch his cock, you idiot, and he's not going to
Well,
say
maybe
yes
I'll
to
do that first.
If you do that first, maybe then he'll
Yeah.
speak like
Maybe he calls them the same thing. Who knows?
Not in public.
P level.
dirty chuckle.
Wow. Corner goblin, oh corner goblin. Sadly, no Carrick Zornas. We have opportunities, and opportunities which may be best resolved with a side stream or two. If we wish to speak to, for example, a wizard and possibly get another key or something in
Yeah,
chat.
he's...
By the time the day has passed by, there's a host of celestials which you've already got, as I recall, for this section, but you don't have golds.
No.
And there is a few golds here too. So that's something. There's just a lot of night potential
New
business.
job.
Yeah, new job, potential career change.
Yeah, correct.
As
get a-
well.
I hear new
Knightly
knights
name?
get a nice party.
New knights do indeed get a nice party. Very nice party.
They had
Indeed.
it. You just missed it. It was 2 nights ago.
Isn't
Got
they had
a
the
nice
party
breastplate.
for 2 nights ago, or
No,
2 nights ago they had a
they
party?
had the party 2 nights ago for all the new knights.
Oh, right.
There won't be another one for 6 months.
No, that's sad.
And the winter one's worse, apparently.
Well, we can have our own.
Great.
Speaking Lucas. Can we check on Lucas? Get someone over there?
He's still.
No, he's dead.
He's
Dead.
dead.
Look, can we
Yeah,
drop
dead.
that? We can drop that
No.
right now.
No! No!
I know you're in denial. I know this is hard, my lord. He's gone. You have to accept
I
that.
didn't miss him so much.
He's all around us.
In a way, Lucas was
are
the friends we
Lucas.
made along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hilarious. So, contrary to many expectations, young Freud Jaegers not only stopped an entire cult of Slanesh from summoning something awful deep beneath the city, they also powered it back to save the graph. A host of dice rolls that could have gone almost any way ensured they got there in time. And they did. They suffered no casualties.
Yeah.
Fake points don't count. They suffered no casualties.
Plus, not to not die, they were preemptive.
Yeah.
They were wholly successful. We shall end this particular section before you are sent to wherever it is you're going to be sent. The following day at 12:30 in the morning. Having decided that he is now getting the fuck out of the armory, actually knackered himself, he has you all taken to the throne room. You are all tired. Very tired. Sleepy, could really do with a good nap. Wounded, noses scuffed, face scrapes and cuts, and broken arms, and all a bit of a mess.
Yes.
Pardon?
Burns.
Broken. Broken. Flashback.
Christine.
Bullshit hell thing. Oops. Between them all. As you are each brought forward and given the silver claw of Middenheim.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
the Silver Claw of Middenheim, which is given to normally state soldiers who have done something particularly heroic in the service of Middenheim.
It's the VC.
It is not exactly the most medal-like of rewards, and you have seen many a medal in your time. It's a single silver claw with a wolf tail that hangs off the edge of it that can be clipped on anywhere. That, in turn, immediately grants I don't need to do a fellowship when test to speak to Ulricans. I can just be assumed to pass.
Nice.
With only one success. But it means you don't need to roll it. If you want to roll it, you can, and you can happily screw it up like the PCs that you are. But you don't need to if you don't want to.
Can take attractive bonus as well.
Pardon?
Without rolling, can you take attractive?
Oh yes, absolutely. You can have the attractive bonus and pop that, and whatever else there may
Very
be
nice.
along well. Absolutely.
Etiquette.
It is additive
Nice.
on top of the benefits that you may have.
Silver
Our Ulrich is, you could argue, less himself or more himself, depending upon exactly what you think his actual character is. By the time that he's sitting on his throne, he is
Do you mean
somewhat...
I mean Boris.
The Graf, not
Yeah,
our Ulrich.
our
Sorry. Oops. It's so hot in here. So freaking hot. So hot.
not
Brains
that
are
actually.
beginning to melt. Except for this one. Bloody
No,
bright wizard.
Dan is dying. I'm too pale for this shit.
He is much more polite. His hair and his beard are brushed. He doesn't look the mess that he did before. He's well dressed. Long blue robe with wolf fur trimmings along its length, all stitched in gold. And his court is there, including the Hellsteins. To one side is Katerina, and to the other side is the open throne where his heir would normally sit, Stefan. As you are each brought forward, having been done up over the last 10 minutes as much as you possibly can be, to receive your just rewards. And as it pins in place, you each gain a fate point.
Hallelujah.
And each of you roll 1d10.
Because that's the amount of fate points you lose.
4.
9.
10.
5.
8.
Oh.
I can spend a fortune point.
No.
Oh, come on.
White wolves are here. The white wolves are often not in the palace, but this is an official event, and there is a certain amount of rubbing the white wolf's face in it that our Ulrich is certainly going to be delighted to be on the receiving end of.
But I think if we can ever get a quiet word with our Ulrich, we'll probably be able to get him a little bit more on side.
Have you watched our side stream? Have you watched them?
But the letters.
Which we destroyed.
Yeah.
Upon each pinning, there's a great howling from the wolves. The cats, by comparison, the Knight's Panther, watch on quietly and solemnly until Birdie gets hers, and they all go, "Ha!"
So lovely.
Gerhard gets his last. Step forward, Gerhard of House Jungfreud. You step forward. He says, "For heroism," holding it in his hand, "in the face of adverse conditions. I'll give you the silver claw." To the side, state soldier comes over, pins it on. I think he's a marshal or something. You have no idea who he is. He's definitely a man of some importance here. And as it goes on, you feel an almost debilitating burn underneath it
Oh, shit.
on your chest. And I would like to have from you an endurance test.
Watch me spend that fate point immediately.
That's Whereas no one in the audience was like, "That's Jerry the Badger."
Who is this person?
Wee.
Fortune point, can I spend?
Oh,
for
yeah,
that one?
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Go for it,
Let's
if you wish.
do that. All right. Endurance.
Yes.
5 successes.
Yes.
1 under.
As well as you could. You literally endure it. The burning begins to subside. Not entirely sure what happened there, but something feels sore on your chest. Very sore. Right here, right underneath where that pin was placed. Sore. As you step back down again, the wolves howl, and you don't really pay that much attention to it. You're feeling slightly dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Later on that evening, literally an apartment in the palace.
Then they don't have to arrest you anymore.
An actual apartment in the palace. And it has not exactly the biggest mirror, but a mirror. And there is a wolf holding a hammer of Sigmar, grafted into your chest from somewhere. I have no idea where that's come from. It looks somewhat like a tattoo. You've never had a tattoo in your life, but apparently now you do. Where did that come from?
Looks quite good.
Steal my magic, you steal my tattoo.
And with that surprisingly successful conclusion, we reach the end of today's session. Next week we'll be doing something a little bit differently, as you will find out, because we have a couple of sidey things that we need to resolve. There's also going to be potentially an extra couple of side streams that we need to resolve too, because there's someone that needs to go to the Flame of Ulrich. That's going to go down very well. There's someone who might need to speak to their parents.
Hey.
There's someone who's going to be a knight. And then there's Ulrich.
Have you finished your dagger?
I'm stuck in Middenheim.
So until then...